Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? It is so good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in for some more Rogue Trader. I hope you're doing well. Congratulations to Jacob Bronski for getting first on the stream. That's your third one, so that's you third place on the leaderboard behind Tachyon and Core. Hey to Swan2745, thanks for joining in. Good to see you. And hey to Gab Channel, I'm sorry you got ads, that sucks. I wish I could do something about them. And hey to Daedra, and hey to Sujan Tofu as well. Hello to you too. It's lovely to have you all here for the start of the stream. So, why are we all here? We are here, of course, for Rogue Trader. Our adventure continues deep into Von Valancia's space in the thrilling and just absolutely cutting edge of storytelling that is the Adeptus Administratum, the home of bureaucracy within the Imperium. This guy's 2% likes. That's cool. And that is where we are right now. Now, I did do a little something off stream. I just went through everybody's equipment to make sure I had the best stuff equipped. I have slightly updated the look on the Rogue Trader just because of what I found. But nothing too much else has really changed. We left off here last time. I can't remember what it is we need to do. Oh, that's right. We're here to make Jay a legitimate cold trader, which means that she can deal in Xenotech within our domain without getting in trouble for it. So that's the main reason we're here at the moment. I'm sure there's something else that's going to show up. Turn after turn, the unceasing stream of petitioners pours through the palace doors. The strong-willed wait patiently while the weak-willed try everything they can to get ahead of the others. This is the DMV of hell, from hell, as an institution.
I always have a backup.
Here's some servitors just built into the wall because, that's how they work. Hey, Dartin Jaeger, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see what waits for us within the Administratum. Attention, malfunction in waiting hall. Expected outcome, replacement of operational servitor. Okay, so all these servitors are potentially needing to be replaced. Well, let's head to the main Administratum hall. Expect clerks, expect lots of paper, because we don't use computers to do all of our work. That would be heresy. The towering piles of paper and endless shelves heaving with legends of special reference to the laws of the good emperor in the hearts of the servants of the Adeptus Administratum. One of the biggest armies of the Imperium. Hey, Kathkakuda, good to see you.
Rise to the top.
Everyone's shooting in.
Get left in the dust.
Chat's just flying around with its friends. We have the Master of Seals here. What is this? Chronicle of Case. Oh god. There's a soul here. Okay, this is a. So we don't really need to read this entire thing. All you need to do is read the last line. 39 Terran years after this was submitted. This case was submitted. It was rejected. So that's how the Administratum works in this universe. All right, there's something on the table here. There's a is that a herald? No, there's goods here. Let's find out what they are. It is more paperwork. Auditing and reissuing of the great tithe payment in the last 2,836 years. Oh god. Yeah, this is. Basically, they are finding and replacing a typo in all of their stuff. Hey, JK13. Hey, yeah, everyone's just here. I was born in this line, I will die in this line. Pretty much. Okay, let's talk to the Master of Seals and see what's going on here. Oh, he gets his own portrait. Look at this guy. That's a cool portrait. I love the artwork in this game. It is so good. It's so strongly 40k. An ancient-looking woman, she, with voluminous robes, peers at you critically through her ocular lenses when you descend into the bowels of her bureaucratic domain. Another noble bypassing the queue under the pretext of just wanted to ask? All you Horrorborn ever want is just to ask. But what about protocol? That's what I'm asking. Who is going to follow protocol? Jay glances and whispers, "What? So, I paid off a few clerks to let us skip the queue, Shahid. Your time is more important to me than little formalities." Very well, don't just stand there. You're here now, or do you think the Master of Seals has nothing better to do than receive unexpected visitors? The old one beckons over a service skull floating nearby. Begin entry. Current hour, current turn, current cycle, 41st millennium. Mental manipulators immediately begin furiously clacking, taking dictation. Tell me about yourself. I am the law. I oversee order in this section of the Cronus Expanse, as well as on the worlds of the Von Valancia's Protectorate, in accordance with ancient covenants made with your ancestors. I hold the power to grant petitioners what they seek, and to punish criminals for failing to carry out the Imperium's will. Hey, Argar Mavrillian. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Jay continues to whisper. She's ancient enough herself. Look at her. She's a bona fide living mummy. I don't really care too much about these questions. My companion wishes to become a Mercatum Tabulae official. The Master of Seals peers over her ocular lenses at Jay in disbelief. Then she looks at you. I take it you're her sponsor. In that case, you must submit a written application in conformity with template 404.01, as well as written permission for the processing and notarization of the personal data of your most sacred personage. Without it, I cannot issue Mistress Hyderia. What chapter is this? We're still in chapter 2. Actually, we're still in chapter 1, Bidletting. We've just made it to our home planet, and we're just cleaning up a couple of quests here before we head back out into space. Working to a new sci-fi story? Awesome. I've finally gotten over the writer's block that I was facing from my silly Pokemon fanfiction, and it's so rewarding to get writing. So I hope that's going well for you, Arag. No matter what you're writing, it's always a good thing to be doing. Mrs. Hyderia, the form for collecting the seals required to obtain the Mercuricatum Tablet Official, the certificate of an official trade representative. Seals? What seals? We will discuss that when Forzion von Valencius has prepared the primary documentation. Abelard lets out a stoic sigh and rolls his eyes. You get the feeling this is not his first personal interaction with the administrative bureaucracy, nor is it his second. Kibble surveys the room and slowly removes her hand from the handle of a weapon. There is only one thing that can kill you here, Dominforson, and that is old age. Hey, Lord Rensis. Hey, Lord Rensis. Good to see you. How's it going? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. There's no getting around these formalities. Could you handle people on my behalf? I will pay. And if I refuse? The option 4 is to complete the form. I was going to ask about the writer's block. Good thing you're over it and writing. Yes, I had to sit down and what the problem that I was having was I knew what I wanted to do next in the story. And I could see that really, really clearly. But my characters were in like point A, and that was at point C. I needed to get them from point A through point B to point C. And that was the bit I couldn't work out. So I just wrote point C and then went back to it, and it worked out really well for me. Fear the wrath of the immortal one, your ladyship. What would become of your protectorate, or even the Imperium itself, if every person did what you're proposing? No. Lex Imperialis, volume 249, paragraph 18.2, amendment of the 12th year of the previous millennium clearly states, actions that circumvent the sacred law of the Imperium in pursuit of personal gain are a manifestation of human weakness, which is subject to eradication. Is Iron Nest on my radar? It is kind of on my radar. I have seen it popping up a lot. It does look like it's up my alley. The question at the moment is, when would I have time to play it? So I'm waiting to see what it looks like when it comes out. But it is on my alley, on my radar for sure, Lorenzus. Hey, folks, just the new 40k trailer. I did see the new 40k trailer. It looks very exciting. Like I say, very important. I don't play 40k. My exposure to Warhammer has almost all been through Warhammer games. I published on Royal Road and on Archive of Our Own, ARG. And my exposure to 40k is only limited through that. So I don't know the whole background lore. I know a lot of lore, but not like the Starchild lore and stuff. Don't really know a lot about. I don't really know what's going on with the Imperium at the moment, with the whole, like Imperium of Light and Imperium of Dark situation, and the Emperor potentially moving in that trailer is a big deal. So I'm interested to see them maybe actually moving the storyline on a little bit. Could you handle the paperwork on my behalf? She mutters something wasperously under her breath, ignoring your question entirely. All right, let's complete application form 40401. The perfectly sharpened quill scratches pleasantly on the parchment, but for the first few minutes. The obfuscatory phrasing, footnotes, amendments. You are forced to write the same details over and over about you, the Protectorate, Theodore von Valancius, Jay, and then also every living person who bears your family name. If you don't know all the required information, you must complete supplementary forms. Time passes, 1 hour. The Master of Seals nods in approval and stows the scroll to a tube labeled with your name. Next is the consent form for the processing and notarization of the personal data of your most sacred personage. Jay, take care of this. I know, I haven't published on Substack. Jay, I'm not publishing under Fros. I don't actually advertise it that much with my YouTube persona, so it's under a different name. Jay holds out the scroll, now covered in writing, for you to reinforce the words with the Von Valencia's coat of arms seal. Only now do you notice the plebeian expression chicken scratch writing describes her gnarled penmanship absurdly accurately. The scroll is whipped into another tube. Protocol executed. Application received. Processed. Approved. Hey, Tifsy folks, how you doing? We're doing some administrative bureaucratic stuff. Come on, esteemed Tamar. What's that you were saying about seals? The woman unhurriedly holds out a printed scroll to Jay. Here is your document, Mr. Sideri. Unfortunately, it does not yet have legal force. I can certify it as a sacred Mercurium Temple official once it has received 2 seals of approval. These are easy to obtain. In the Imperium Court, Administratum Servant has been handling such tasks for over 50 years. There is one such servitor here in Draconis in the Rotrator's Palace. The second is duty-bound to keep the seal in the Teklios Epsilon system. Why can the seals not be fixed here? According to Amendment 3, C8, implemented by the Prefectus Estenia II of Dragonis, One of the seals will be kept in the palace of the ruler of one of Valencia's protectorate, remaining a symbol of the unbreaking link between the sacred warrant and the Adeptus Administratum. The second seal is held in the TES system in accordance with Decree OL 008-ZN. Unfortunately, after a fire 200 years ago, all that remains of the original decree is an addendum certified by an unknown adept with initials AA. No instructions repealing this decree were ever received from Holy Terra. Therefore, the seal remains where it ought to be. There was a time during the early years of my service where I performed the duties of a secretary in charge of logistics reports at a local administrative office. Your words, Master of Seals, bring back memories of which I am not least bit fond. Find a list of servitors and have them place 2 seals of approval. The goal is clear. But please to return once you have prepared the documents. Okay, so all of that, and we now need to go and find some robots. Well, not robots, but these guys. Alright, well, interesting that there's more to this space. It almost looks like we could go... Oh, that's through here. Attention. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Let's get out of here. We'll go back to the palace really quickly. We'll find that servitor, and then we'll get off this planet. Oh, we left behind this. Sure, we'll collect it. Hey, Tachyon. How's it going? Feel free if you're willing to like tell people who you're publishing at on if you're comfortable doing it on Substack. You want people to get some people to read your stuff. I don't mind that at all. Let's see. Let's quickly go back to the Von Valencia's palace and just see if we can find that servitor really quickly. The appearance works exactly like Soviet Broken Stupid, over 9,000 and on alien steroids. It's so good. I once ran a Dark Heresy campaign, and I drove my party absolutely insane because they had to go and speak to someone in the Adeptus Administratum. They eventually lost their minds and just revealed their rosette, which of course got them in so much trouble with the... I've got a feeling it's going to be inside the palace, with their Inquisitor. It was great. Just because they couldn't be bothered dealing with the bureaucracy anymore. If you haven't played Dark Heresy, the tabletop game, you are working for an Inquisitor, but you're not Inquisitors yourselves. So you have an Inquisitorial rosette you can reveal to show that you are working for the Inquisition, but it's a really big deal if you do. I think you already found one of the seals of the Poison Glass planet. Did I? Okay, excellent. Then I just need the other one. Daedra, you are a legend. I didn't realize that's what I had found. Alright, see if we can find this other servitor. So my guess is he is somewhere in here. But I'm guessing he's not going to show up on my... Curiosity Merchant, Achilles Scalander, or Clementia. But no sign of a servitor here. Let's check out this Curiosities Merchant, just because that sounds like a fun thing to do. Where is he? Is he up here? Oh, he's up here. If anyone knows where the servitor is, I don't mind you telling me, because we don't want to waste the time. Hello, Curiosities Merchant. What do you have for me? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lucarius Carmelin, a collector of curiosities. Perhaps you'll find something useful in my offerings. What kind of food do you sell? Cyber assistant equipment. Okay. Do you have anything of that sort? Let's have a look. The Curiosity Merchant mentioned explored tech briefs you had known, but lost contact with yourself with unusual. Okay. Let's see what curiosities you have. Hey, Core, how's it going? Compared to that, Terrans and the Starship News have close to none, yes. Played Delta Green Campaign once because he was the most important stats. Yes. I mean, if you've ever played Paranoia, that's another good one. You don't see from Asterix they have to get inducted from a building as part of a task. Remind me of that, but yes. Okay, so there's a few things in here, but obviously I can only pick up ones for... Oh, guess who's just woken up? My doggy has just woken up. She wants to come in the room. 1 second. Hello, puppy. Did you just wake up? Here you come. You were fast asleep when I left you, so I didn't want to wake you up. You have a sniff around for a minute, and I'll put you to bed. Okay, so puppy break. Not a big one. There's an analytics module here. Whenever an ability extrapolated through the servo squall, through the servo swarm affects other creatures, the servo swarm gains a stacking +5 to intelligence and fellowship until the end of the overseer's next turn. If the overseer has dogmatic, which we don't, it accelerates 5 abilities in total. Immediately deals 11 shock damage and 25 armor penetration to each enemy before sword radius. Doesn't really help us very much. There's nothing else. Oh, there's an inanimate shield. The servo skull gains +5 fellowship intelligence while any signal effect is active. The servo skull gains +4 deflection. Not really that interested in these, although getting the maintenance kit would be good. But I don't have enough profit value for those. I'll buy everything that's available just because it's profit value. But I need to get more of this stuff. Pats for yes, I'll get her some pats when I put her into her bed. Now, what we're looking for is this servitor. Maybe up near Pascal. This feels like a servitory sort of place. Oh, a cutscene is happening. Mistress Hadrian, my patience is not easily exhausted, but if you're not coming very close, I shall repeat myself again. No, I will not be issuing you any seal. Oh, she's just asking everybody for seals. I can now see for 5 minutes into your Abelard now. You cannot see farther than your own nose. My dear Clementia, it wasn't a bribe, it was a gift. Now, about the seal. Let the rogue trader decide. Oh, what has she done? Yes, the dog wants me to wrap her up, but I don't miss the cutscene. Oh, you want to go? Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. The dog wants to go outside. I'll be 2-3 minutes while I let her out. You're such a demanding doggy, aren't you? Come on then, let's take you outside. I'll need to jump back out to let her back in, but we can at least get through this. How do we get to Dragonis? We finished the last stream in Dragonis. Maybe you missed the stream, Wooden Plank? Your ladyship, I apologize for this ugly scene, but oh yeah. It's put some inflammatory actions towards me. As the Exalted One is my witness, I've tried everything I could to spare you any necessary headache over the seals for the MTO. I even showed this aide with a temper worse than a sandstorm, the certificate with your signature. She's very spoiled, Adrian, and she deserves it. But your Chancellor merely kept batting me with her flail of baseless denials. I suspect the reason for this has nothing more to do with my humble personage. Clementia purses her lip and glowers. Oh, this is not about me at all. I see. Your Chancellor, will you tell us yourself, or should I help you? Whatever is the matter, Mistress for saying. Oh, she wants back in. 1 second. When she's back in, she'll settle down. Yeah. Okay. I've just tucked her into her blanket nest in the main room, so that should be us. I'm sorry to hear that you've had a week. I hope this is getting a nice chance to relax this weekend. I should play this game soon. First, I need to play my new book. Yes, I totally understand that feeling, Aragag. Totally understand. Whatever is the matter, Mistress Viserion, I'm afraid that my words may anger your ladyship. The seal you're looking for was lost over a quarter of a century ago. Her ladyship, Theodora, ordered a new one to be delivered from the Imperium, but we are a long way from Holy Terra, and the warp storms ravaged the Cronos expense. We've been unable to receive a replacement to this day. Give Clementia the seal with a winter scale coat of arms. Could this be the seal in question? This is without doubt the administrative seal from the winter scale realm, but why is it the original and not a copy? I think I understand. Well, the laws of the Imperium do not prohibit heirs of other houses from using the seal in times of need. We will order to have the servants of the machine code create a duplicate so as to avoid such embarrassing predicaments in the future. Plank. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That's awful. You have my absolute deepest condolences. I'm really, really sorry. I hope everything's okay. That's really, really sad. You have my deepest sympathies. I'm so sorry that it's happened. I appreciate you feeling comfortable enough to share that here, and I'm sure everyone will join me in saying, you have our sympathy and our condolences. Hopefully that she, yeah. I'm really sorry for your loss. Oh, I don't really, yeah. That's all I'll say. We're here to enjoy. Yeah. So we'll celebrate. We'll sort of celebrate that by continuing on in a positive manner. If that is I think the right way to move forward here. But thank you for sharing that. Thank you for feeling comfortable enough to do so. And I hope things are doing okay. So we have the seal, which is good. There's something I must discuss with the Chancellor Private. You're dismissed. I don't really want to I guess you're dismissed. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm always at your service. Okay, so we've got one of the seals. Is that right? We need the other seal. Let me just check my log. This is the wrong log. I need the journal. Okay, so we need to go to Telecus Epsilon. Okay, so we have to head to Yanis, which we've already been to, unfortunately. So we need to go back there to find the seal. That's annoying. All right, but we've done the first bit. Let's get out of here and head back into space. we'll probably end up there at some point. Okay. Well, we have to go all the way back to the shuttle. We should also check all of our worlds, because I think one of them we were holding back on doing a project on until we got more resources, and we've recently picked up a lot of resources. Okay. Ah, my headset just fell off. Alright. To the Void Ship Bridge, that's where we want to go. I hope everybody is doing okay. There's a lot of very exciting game announcements came out the last couple of days. I'm really excited for the new God of War. Really excited for the new Ace Combat. Obviously really excited for a lot of stuff we're already looking at on the channel, like Mars Tactics, Fallen Frontier. C-Beams looks really, really cool. PVKKK, I'm not going to try and pronounce the actual name because it's German and very long. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out, which is very awesome. You're the second person who has mentioned Iron Nest tonight, Plank. Who was it that brought it up before? It was... Rensis also suggested it earlier and asked if it was on my radar. And it is on my radar. Might be a good one for a stream, I think, perhaps. Super pumped for Big Cannon Simulator, yes. And I'm glad they felt confident enough to delay it as well. I think that's a really big deal. Okay, we have explored Mundus Valancius. We have an audience with the Arbites to do. What is this quest? Before I move on. An audience with the Arbites. Is it a companion quest? I don't see an audience with the Arbites in my... Hey Lexriel, how's it going? Good to see you. I don't see an audience with the Arbites in my list here. Wait, what are these? I have these contracts I can complete? Is this because I've now gotten here? So I can spend 4 Xenotech to gain 2 profit factor. Wait, how long have these been here for? And I've not known about them. I just want to do these, right? So like, I'll complete this for 2. Okay, and then 4 plasteel, which I have a lot of for 2 profit factor, seems good. I didn't even click that, I just did it. Okay, fuel for the faithful. Nope. It's a short trade since the beginning. Oh my god. I had no idea these were here. Okay, I'm a bit low on Prometheum. I'm going to send the Prometheum. A secret from the God of the Stars. Provisions. 3 profit factor for 10 provisions. No, I don't want that. Race the top. 4 adamantium for 5 chemicals and 5 people. Seems a little bit expensive. Not going to spend profit factor. 4 people for 5 Prometheum chemicals. Provisions for complacency. Do I want complacency? The Omniscient Anger. 4 plasteel will get me 5 mechanisms and 5 people. That's good because I'm actually out of mechanisms. Okay. Just go back from dog training, which is to watch your latest episode of RE0. But then I realized you're streaming. Yes, I am. I've just discovered that I've got this whole room thing and everything. However, what is this thing with the Arbites that I didn't know? Apparently in my throne room there is a thing to do. Let's quickly go back. Complacency significantly reduces the chance of negative events on colonies, so it's worth it. Okay. How did I not know about these? Oh, I'm the worst. Absolute worst at this game. Oh, hey, Cashmere Goat. So I didn't even miss you coming in. How you doing? Alright. So, first of all, I could actually get onto my ship from here. Didn't know that. Secondly, I need to find the audience with the Arbites thing. Must be complacency prevents people from acting out, so could reduce the chance of external threats. That makes sense to me. If they're complacent, then they are happy. Alright, I probably, if I guess, I have to go talk to Solomons for this. So let's see what he has to say. When first know exactly the head of the... Yes, that's right. The Marshal is ready to meet you. I do not know the details, but I assume the procedure is the same as it was in Lady Theodora's time. Of course, good for you, Kashmir. Brief from an allyship between Estina and Pedis Arbites. Discussion of tithe-related affairs. Yes, I'm ready to discuss our business. Okay. Just want to get this quest out of the way, and then we're good to go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now this is how you meet the Rogue Trader. Look at all those good doggies. If you're playing a former arbitrator, is it? Oh, check out this portrait. Look at this guy. He's got the closest thing to power armor a non-power armor wearer can wear. Two markedly distinctive figures approach your throne. Marching in front is a man clad in Adeptus Arbites armor. He carries his helmet in the crook of his arm, and his stern facade serves him as well as any visor could. He bows to you, sharply. Marshal Strax of the Adeptus Arbites. A dry shadow follows the marshal, an old woman, familiar to you and likely to generations of clerks at the Administratum Palace. The albiness of her robes gives the illusion that the Master of Seals is hovering rather than walking. You can pull rank on him. The woman bows. Rogue trader Fros von Valancius, I, Prefect Inscriber Vultura, greet you on behalf of the Adeptus Administratum. I will now begin the due procedure of official address to the rule of Dragonis as formalized by Amendment 4N10 to Law SK 941. May your name be wreathed in glory for centuries to come. May your fortunes ever proliferate. May the God Emperor bestow you the duty worthy of his chosen. I could interrupt the longest ceremony greeting you can dredge. Interrupt with the longest ceremony you can dredge. Get comfortable. Clear your throat. I can pull a Donald Trump and just fall asleep. I'm going to interrupt her. You enunciate an impressively long and an ornate list of all the blessings and encouragement that have been showered upon you since birth. Those in attendance listen with bated breath. With each passing minute, the prefect's face falls lower and lower, but she dares not utter a word throughout your speech, which makes for a good quarter of an hour. Prefect. Master of Seals. Is that not too many titles for one official? Inscribia? Who would give their name a child named that? Abelard. What are these people doing in my defense? I will, of course, play the Abelard card. A delegation of the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites is accommodated in the Von Valancius territory so that they may tally and collect the imperial tithe from your worlds. Lord Captain, Lady Theodora graciously provide them with premises where they can perform their duties and authorize them to restructure the dynasty's archives. If I may continue for you, as per the decree of Theodora von Lancius, Order 0373N, the representatives of the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites are sanctioned to use the Palace of Justice, oversee tithe collections in the Protectorate, and review any and all cases of tithe avoidance, tithe exceedance, or other irregularities. These rights have been formalized in numerous pacts and statutes under the main decree. Considering your new position, you may have yet to acquaint yourself with all of these documents. Everyone's petting the dogs in chat, which I love. You are the successor to Lady Theodora, whose alliances with our two sacred organizations forever glorified her as a rogue trader closely tied to the executors of the Holy Terra's will. And we, as representatives of the IA and the AA, must verify that you are able to maintain this alliance that has been brought such repute to your dynasty. That is why we have arrived in person, as the present circumstances provide us with a chance to see if your intentions concord with those of the late Van Valancius. And what circumstances are those? Our work has been disrupted by unforeseen setbacks regarding communication and transportation. As our requested assets were not adequately prepared, we have lost some of our personnel and resources as a result. The arbitrators are too short-handed to perform all their duties expected of them. Since they first arrived in the Expanse, their numbers, limited from the outset, have only continued to dwindle. After analysing the situation in accordance with Amendment FS 89324 to Decree Ord 0373, and hey Pango, how's it going? We've decided to notify you of a tithe violation committed by one of the worlds in the region. The random lapse must be rectified as quickly as possible. A tithe relapse is actually a serious, serious problem that needs to be fixed straight away. Are you implying that I have an obligation to help you? And which world was it that's misfortune drawing your attention? Thessara, a feudal world far from the main roots that was bereft of Imperium's light, then rediscovered less than 2 centuries ago. It supplies agricultural resources and manpower. If one of my governors missed a tithe payment, I will simply have them hanged and the debt collected. This is not a Von Valancius world. The system is located just outside the border of your protectorate. The Imperium is built upon strict and unfailing bias to the Lex Imperialis, and a planet's tithe, even one that is relatively small, must be provided in full. I will carry forth the responsibilities taken up by Lady Theodora. An arbitrator will be assigned to you for increased security. Proctor Anthar, front and center. I have enough fighters in my retinue already. Why would I want an administrative spy? Proctor Anthar's capacity is not that of a spy, but that of a representative of our organizations who will help you navigate the many nuances of imperial law and of your rights as directed on the path. Look, I have an Inquisitor and I have an Arbites murder guy in my party. I do not need this guy. Fine, I will try not to lose your dog handler. The Emperor protects. Oh, Anthar is Solomon. Okay, that's fine then. I didn't realize. I thought it was someone else. I'm totally fine to have Solomon in my party. The people adjust their oculenses. And once again, no specifics given. Of course, in my reports, nobody ever stops to think. Okay, Inquisitor outranks everybody. Yes. And they all leave. Cool. I do actually have the achievement for patting the dog, by the way. For putting Galatius, is like his name is. All right, let's get off this planet. I want to go adventuring. Back to my ship, and off into space. So we at some point have to make our way back to Yanis to get that seal. Although I'm not that excited about completing her quest. I will do it if I can. But like, it's not the end of the world if I can't, you know? Right, let's get to the star map. I had no idea that was his name. His name was Anthar. He's just Solomon to me. Alright, where are we going? So, let's just quickly check on our... Where do I check on that again? I want to check on our... Oh, I don't know where to click on for this. I want to check on our estates. That's our profit factor. No, don't do that. This is the button I want. No, this is our cargo. He's a dude with a doggo for me, yes. This is what I want to check on, our projects. I bring woeful news, Lord Captain. Prelate Hectares of the Order of the Hammer has passed away. Oh, it is indeed on my radar, Chaos Space Marine. I'm sorry that you missed the answer. What I basically said was it's not like at the top of my radar, but it is on my radar for sure. I just don't know where I would fit it in. During the Great Purge conducted by the Righteous of Foulstone, a den of subhuman deviants was uncovered. The prelate personally led the purge, sustained a grievous wound, and died at the next planetary turn. On his deathbed, he was granted a vision where Saint Cognatius was reincarnated in a body made from the saint's holy relics. The Order's elder believed this to be a sign that Saint Cognatius' relics, currently stored on planets throughout the expanse, must be brought together. The Order is preparing for the election of a new prelate, under whose guidance it will undertake the holy mission. The majority of the votes are divided between Prioress Lugnelia, known for her fervor, and the merciful cellarer Tychon. The ministry of the Order sees the economist Nigel, a humble and reasonable man, as their prelate. Okay. Does Prelate Hectares' death not strike you as odd? I'm afraid it does not. The esteemed Hectares began to serve as a battle missionary, as long when raised a peaceful life befitting a man of his status. There's nothing strange about his wounds. He could not have recovered from such injuries 30 years ago, but not now. How does the Order intend to carry out this mission? The Conclave aims to procure all the relics that were once belonged to St. Ignatius, all that can possibly be procured. Given that the saint is a legendary figure, many items of Cronos Expanse have an alleged connection to him. However, it seems unlikely that any of the relics owners will be eager to part with them. The answer to the question of how the Order of Hammer is going to retrieve them depends on the identity of its next prelate. So this will get me 2 profit factor, but the other 2 I don't know. What will my companions say? I have sympathy for Prioress Lugnelia. Let her meet with Reverend Hieronymus on footfall. Should he accept as a worthy leader, we ought to support her. A careful and sensible economist sounds like a safer bet to me than a fanatic or a clever aristocrat. The voices say he has few paltry secrets, and knowledge of those secrets guarantees us his loyalty. Brother Tychon, he and I have met back when he was called Tychon Drivestem. Oh, that's one of the noble houses. He wasn't a monk back then. He was a grandson and heir to Urban, Governor of Dragonis. An all young man with a spark in his eye. His ascension would mean much to the Drivestems. The 3 of them together would make a passable prelate. I mean it. None of the contenders can match late Hectares in authority. So regardless of who you select, the others are unlikely to accept them as a new superior without complaint. You should bind them with oaths and compel them to work together. Alright, so if I set Linnea, I'll get 5,000 RP. If I set Ligmus, I'll get 2 profit factor, 1 security. Or if I do the Solomon thing, I'll gain 1 efficiency and 1 complacency. And I don't know what will happen if I do the Abelard thing. This seems like the best option, because getting the base stats for a colony seem to be very good and hard to do. So getting efficiency and complacency seems really nice. I'm going to pick this option. Each of them has their strengths and weaknesses, so let them complement one each another. Although surprised, Hectares' successors saw the unorthodox decision as a sign. The late prelate's 3-day sermon, along with the appointment of 3 new heads of the order, might point to 3 being the number of genuine relics of St. Cognatius still remaining in the expanse. Energized by the momentous shifts in the style of the planet, the prelates, now staining themselves of the Triad of the Hammer, eagerly set to search the sacred objects. And that's completed Bonfires of the Righteousness. Okay, and that's got us another 2 security and profit factor plus 2. Alright, that means we can do another project on Foulstone. So, we've done the High Throne, and we've done Bonfires of the Righteous. We can do a rank 3. We can't do Indrusus' Footstep, which because we need more reputation with the Imperial Navy. But that would get us the Accuser of Sin. The charge ability deals additional damage equal to 4 against demons and Xenos. And it would get us plus 5 profit factor and plus 2 complacency. Thousands of believers are flocking to Foulstone in the hopes of serving the Emperor. Their energy can be directed towards the colonization and conquest of new worlds as commanded by St. Drusus. The constructions of pilgrims' arcs will require enormous resources, but wealth is nothing to a true believer. So we can't do this one. We can do a crusade. House Valentius worlds may be untouched by corruption, but many enemies of the faith are lurking all around, and the pilgrims of Foulstone are aflame with fanaticism. The need for weapons and ships, and whoever gives them these holy tools will be vested with a modicum of the God Emperor's power. May the crusade against corruption and adultery commence. So that blocks the other two, that gets us the Accusation of Heresy feature. The Rogue Trader and their allies do plus 20% damage against demons. I myself do an extra 20% damage against demons. I get plus 5 profit factor and plus 2 security. Or we can build a shrine. Shrine worlds are treasures of the Imperium, spiritual gems shining in the darkness. For Foulstone to become a shrine world would require an ocean worth of thrones and bribes to greedy ecclesiarchy officials, as well as mountains of extremely rare materials to erect cathedrals worthy of the status. However, succeeding will give House of Valentius prestige and the Order of the Hammer's eternal gratitude. So that'll get us Epiphany, which is a one-handed power sword. If the wielder kills an enemy with charge, his ability has no cooldown. Most warriors prefer swords. So we're not going to be using Epiphany. Doesn't really seem like our thing, because we've already got better weapons for everybody. Although 40-20 damage is quite high. 5,000 reputation with Drusians, plus 3 complacency, and plus 3 efficiency. If I had to pick one of these, I would say that In Drusia's Footsteps is the one I want to take. But we don't have enough reputation with the Imperial Navy yet to do it. We could also go back into a level 2, but I think we do a level 3 if we can do a level 3. So I think we save up until we can do In Drusia's Footsteps to get the plus 5 profit factor, plus 2 complacency. I mean, we could do Crusade. You know what? I'll put it up to a vote. If you vote for Drusus' Footsteps, we'll just come back and do it later. But I'll let you guys vote on it. So, vote start. So, just to go back over it, before I start the vote, 3-1. Option 1 is this In Drusus' Footsteps option, which gets us plus 5 profit factor, plus 2 complacency, and an equipable item that gives bonus damage on a charge attack. Crusade gives us plus 20% damage versus demons, and security instead of complacency. And the Shrine gives us a sword we're not going to use, reputation with this faction, complacency, and efficiency. I'll have a quick look and see if there's anything here. Touched by Holiness, that gives us plus 30% shields. The Hallowed Railway gives us, whenever the wearer kills a target with a melee attack, all enemies in 2-cell range suffer 4 mental damage. Gets us some Explorator's reputation. Cemetery of the Faithful, that gives us 5% evasion on the ship. Thousand-Faced Relic just gets us Dogmatic. No. And Good Tidings. I was wondering what the banger was. The dog's just coming in the room. We get the Frequency of Faith feature. So I don't think any of these are insane. We can't get Dirty Bureaucracy because we don't have enough reputation. Contract available, Unquenchable Greed. So this gets us. These are the nasty options. This is Heretical Indulgence of Sale. This one just gets us the Recognition of Religious Tithe from other worlds and the guys basically lets us pretend to be the ecclesiarchy and steal stuff. I think we just look at these 3. So let me know which of them you like. It's basically complacency and the charge bonus, the anti-demon damage, which could be very, very good, or the reputation. See if it knows appeal to any of you. I've just started the vote now. While that's happening, I'm just going to wrap the dog up in her blanket. Hey, Tom, come on, into bed. Into bed, please. Good girl. Come on. Hey, into bed. That's it. Good girl. I'll wrap you up in your blanket. Good girl. Yeah, let's get you all cozy. There you go. You'll get nice and warm. All right. Looks like people like the idea of the Crusade. We can do the Crusade. That definitely seems like a good one. I think you need no space underground, dude, for it to count. But I don't think you need to worry. It looks like it's an all-out. Everyone is going to be voting for Crusade. So let's just go ahead, and I think I'm going to pre-select it. There's no other votes for any other option. Everyone is going for Crusade. Also, hey Pilum, thanks for voting in. So let's select that. So I'm now getting the Crusade going here. Let's have a look what's going on in Yanis. So Yanis also has a project slot available. At the moment, that's right, we're missing a lot of the requirements for these. So for this one, we must have the Giants Protectorate completed in the Protectorate, which we don't have. This one we need more security. This one we need more Drusian reputation. This one we need more Casabalica reputation. And this one we need more Casabalica reputation. The ones that are left over, we've got a Cure for Sloth, which gets us the neuroscience. So all allies gain plus 5 athletics and minus 10 toxic damage, but that's a heretical one. I don't really want to do that one. Or there's the Capella Biologists, which gets us a Shuriken medkit and a replenishing stash of Shuriken medkits, which is actually quite cool. It gets us some efficiency and some chemicals. Those are the only two we can grab right now. Oh god, I wish for a cure for sloth. The Reaping gets us just a bunch of nice stuff. The Secrets of the Winter Scales gets us a contract, gets us Fellowship of the Void reputation, gets us less security. Interesting. The Science of Virtue is a dogmatic one, which we don't want to pick. The Rose of Xanarkand gets us the Pollen of the Unreal, which is a poison. It's a replenishing poison grenade, and me and my rep allies inflict more toxin. And Dark Sages gets us Advice of the Dark Sages. All allies deal 5% more damage to allies. That Medicure cures. So we really want the what was it? The Capella Biologist does seem quite good then. If this cures traumas, yeah, okay. Then are we against the Capella Biologists? We'll check these to make sure not like the Magus Biologists, custodians of Yanis' sacred irrigation plants, have taken interest in unique substances discovered on the planet. If provided with the resources for writing a chapel, they will delve into the mysteries of chem synthesis, which can turn deadly toxins into basic substances for life-saving Medicaid kits. If we're getting these kits, that does seem pretty useful. It doesn't require too much stuff from here. And then I'm just going to check we don't lose out on any of these. So we could Force Fortresses is fine. This is Monstrous Servants also requires the Capella Biologists. And so we're only missing out on Xeno Defense. The inhabitants of Yanis are restless. The Malatex may prepare for the coming storm by studying Xeno artifacts and using them in the construction of weapons. So that would get us a Seeker of the Weak. All enemies suffering from burning, toxin, or bleeding suffer a -30 penalty to dodge. That is very good. Or we get Monstrous Servants, which gets us a replenishing source of +1 AP, which sounds really good. Or we get Forest Fortresses, which gets us the Starblight, which is a toxin gun, and we get the Punisher feature. I think we just go for Kappa Biologist. I think I'm just going to do this now. I'm not going to vote on this one. We're going to grab this. And then that just leaves Dragonis. Dragonis, at the moment, is working on a project. Okay, that's all of that stuff done. We can finally go to space, everybody. We've done all of our admin. It's only taken 45 minutes. Thank you for sticking with me through that dry area. Okay, let's chart new routes. Alright, so we haven't been to any of these worlds here. And I want to get to these worlds. I didn't realize we could get there from Leochin's Passage. I thought we couldn't make that jump. I didn't realize there was a route connecting these two. But I think we just go to Palladium Solatis, then Narnar 4, and see if we get from Narnar 4 back over here. We've got 2 quests to complete up here. We also need to get all the way back down to Yanis, which is here. But apart from that, that's really all we have in our back area. So I think we're going to jump onto this place here. Let's jump over. It's an unsafe journey. 39 years. Yes, that's a very good point. Let's warp travel. The warp jump was a success, for the Vox Master reported the following incident. Beautiful blossoming vines had covered the deck and bulkheads in loading bay 6. 2 workers had bent down to take a better look at the flowers, and the vines had devoured their faces but were strangling them. The bay was then sealed and purged. Oh, we only don't sniff the flowers in space, everybody. Don't sniff space flowers. Jeez. Okay. We've got a whole new system to explore. There's something at the very beginning. Well, yeah, there's a couple of quests that go back there. We will eventually swing back around that way. Okay, absolutely nothing going on in this gas giant. We need to get ourselves some more mechanisms. And more guns. Okay, we've got a Bones in the Desert. After analyzing the auger data, the officer was surprised to discover that the planet was once covered with oceans. Long ago, an unknown cataclysm caused the seas to dry out and turn the world into a lifeless desert. The most amazing discovery of all was the skeletal remains of a colossal oceanic organisms, some large enough to be seen from orbit. Life is fragile, even for creatures this enormous. And I think we just get some experience for that. Okay, on to this world. Reminds me so much of Mass Effect, this part of the game. Oh, thank you very much for the 500 bits. That's very kind of you, Cashmere Goat. For maintenance and paperwork. I need to get that thing where the bits like rain down from the screen. I haven't set all of that up yet. Big impact craters on this planet. Nothing going on here, just some XP. Okay, this is a very boring system so far. I really appreciate the bits. Thank you for the support. We have Augur's Anomaly. Before you is a burning world, an inhospitable place at the mercy of a perpetual inferno due to its suffocating atmosphere and close proximity to the system's star. The firestorms at its surface never cease. What could the Caspicala be looking for in such a place? We've got a 55% logic test here, being done by Pascal. Utilize the full capabilities of the Augurs to look at something unusual on the planet. Failed. We didn't find anything. That's it. Okay, that's all we can do. They were asking for Burning Worlds, if you remember. Okay, time to jump onto a new system. There's nothing else to do in this system. We've done everything. Not the most exciting system, but they can't all be super exciting. Oh, I didn't mean to click that button. I meant to click chart new routes. Silly me. Yeah, I need to have some sort of celebration on screen for when bits come in. I'll need to think about what to do there. But thank you so much, Kashmir. Okay, we didn't unlock anything new. Oh no, we've got a very dangerous route to Narmer 4. So I can either jump back to Mundus and then jump forward to Narmer, or I could take the shortcut across. I have 12 Navigator's Insight. I could, for 2 points, make it an unsafe jump to save some time. I don't think I need to do that, though. I could just go 1 and then 1. I think as long as I stay above 10 here, I'm fine. I don't really need to do this. People are probably going to shout at me for doing this, but I'm going to make it unsafe. And then I'm going to jump it. It also means that I can get back easier as well. A warp breach. Ungodly fiends spreading sorcerer's disease walk the lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. If no measures are taken immediately, the entire band can be turned into a den of heresy. The rogue trader and her retinue will personally go and face these contemptible foes. The crew will receive military gear and a chance to prove their worth by dispatching the Lord Captain's enemies. Okay, we've got everything we need for that. Blessed by holy gifts, the God Emperor's loyal servers will battle his enemies without fear or doubt. That also has holy gifts. Unsafe is usually the level I recommend. Okay. The crew will have to rely solely... We're going to go and fight them, because I want to have a fight. And we'll send in the team we were going to have last time, which doesn't include Jay. I can't remember who... It was Cassia. We're just going to use the team that was voted for last time. Which does need a level up. Let's fight some demons. I've got time to level up first, thank goodness. Okay. So, we're halfway to max level. Hey, Alex Dragon, how's it going? I want to level our fellowship up, which we can't do. Our fellowship is as high as it gets. 40, 35, 60 for ballistic skill. Toughness is at 35. Weapon skill. I might get our toughness up. For each point of toughness gain plus, just to get some more wounds. Our character tends to go down very easily. So I think I'm going to get a toughness level for us. And then we get a skill level up, which for us is always going to be persuasion if we can. Okay, that's us leveled up. This will be, if it's just doing points, this should be a pretty easy level up for us. For you, your skill up, I think is athletics is your thing. No, it's carouse for some reason. But I'm going to get your athletics up for right now. And then for a skill, I can't bring weapon skill up for you. Let's get your toughness up. Actually, no. I need to get your strength up so you can wear better armor. The Fellowship of Rogue Traders Retinue. Yes. Argenta, you're getting demolition is your job. And then for this, can't put ballistic skill up. Weapon skills at 70 for agility on her. It's probably going to be her agility. Yeah, it's going to be agility for her. Okay. This is going to be quick level ups for everybody. For you... can't get your weapon skill up. I think I want your willpower as high as possible. It's only 55 on you. Agility's at 60. There's a lot of stats that he needs. I don't think I need to worry about strength on him, though. I want to get his willpower up. Just for psychic stuff. And then for his skills, I think he's Lore Imperium. No, he's Lore Xenos. He's my Lore Xenos guy. And then Pascal. Awareness, demolition, Lore Xenos, logic. Logic is what I want to get up for him. Alright, tech use as well, but I probably need a little bit of logic right now. Agility demolition, which makes Argenta better at trap diffusing. Good to know. And then I can't... Oh, I get your ballistic skill up, actually. That would be nice. Let's get your ballistic skill up. And then finally, Cassia. So she can gain a level in... Persuasion is one of her main ones, but she doesn't really need it because I do Persuasion. Lower warp awareness. I need to be someone with decent awareness in the party, and then she can get her. Maybe her perception is at 75. Yeah, she's a perception monkey. Okay, right. That's everybody leveled up. Let's go fight these demons. Where are they? Okay, they're just hanging out. We got cultists of Nurgle. We got oh my god. Okay, so we got plague bearers and cultists of Nurgle on both sides of us. And there's exploding barrels. Will both sides engage us if we get into a fight on one side? Is the question. If I run in here, will these guys behind us get into the fight as well? Or is it two separate battles? I think what I'm going to do is step back to here.
Watching the lazy handle sacred
They
technology.
fear to look at me because
When the faithful are idle.
I'm thinking about blowing these barrels, is what I'm doing right now.
Back. Always.
Yes, but they will have to physically get to you. That's exactly what I'm doing, so Tofu. I remember this map. I think both fights engage at the same time. Game Vindicted the Crusade pick already. Yeah, it is actually. Although it hasn't completed yet, Pilong, so we don't actually have that bonus. It's the Kellerpox, run for it. There's not a lot of cover here, unfortunately.
I guide humanity.
I know how to take risks.
What ails you?
Alright, let's just do it like this. Abelard, no. Argenta,
Sets my path.
shoot this barrel. Oh, she actually has penetration.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay,
True power of
prepare for battle.
humanity. All of you will bleed.
First of all, is this cover? This is not cover. So there's no cover here where my party has started, which is not a good start. And this is an exploding barrel, which we don't want to take cover behind. Who's going first? Argenta is going first. I mean, I just said it's terrible, but I could put her in cover behind the barrel and get her to open up on these guys here. Or I could get her to fire. I could put her in cover, well, apparently there's cover here, but there's nothing for the cover to give. I could just put her in this room and have her shoot a bunch of people. I think I had to restart this battle when I played. Oh, cool. That's not a good sign. We'll put Abelard in this invisible cover here to cover this hallway. I'm going to put Argenta. How many bad guys are on this corridor? I can only see these two guys, and then there's all of these guys back here. So I think Argenta just being able to shoot in this direction is good. I'm going to leave her behind this barrel for now. Heinrich's just going to hide here while he sort of prepares himself. Oh, this is a really tight starting point for everybody, honestly. Maybe put you here. I really don't like this. Put me here. We'll get Cassia to like here. We'll put chat here, which covers everybody. Actually, chat here covers everybody, but it does block people's movement. I don't like this. I really don't like this. But let's see what happens. Let's start. Okay. I want you to, first of all, trigger Fierce Recital. Then I want you to trigger Rapid Fire.
For the weak.
And then I want you to shoot... Probably just fire at this guy. You can't hit both of them. You can't hit this guy around the corner. So just give this guy everything you've got.
I'll do it. Faith shields me.
Okay. He's so close to dying. I'm going to run and gun.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh, did she blow the barrel? She did blow the barrel. Okay, that's not good. And then shoot this guy.
I'll do it.
Yeah, okay. So that's her ready to go. But the problem is that she blew the barrel she's standing next to, which means she's poisoned everybody. So okay, he's got a poison grenade anyway. Great, so everyone is now poisoned. Let's start off by buffing everybody. So you all serve me.
Who, if not me?
And also Air of Authority.
It's as good as done.
Okay, and now I want to drop free attacks on as many people as possible. So let's give... We'll start with maybe a free attack on Abelard and see if we can get a charge on someone. This fight is already very nurgly, yes. Okay, I've got a charge on this guy. Don't have a charge on them, we're going to charge on this guy. Let's charge this guy. 130 damage on the charge. Ah, what a start. What a legend. I do actually have Reckless Rush, which gets him more, which gives him another 8 movement points, so I can move him into close combat with somebody.
Indeed.
So where do I want to put him? I could put him here at the bottom of these stairs, and nobody would be able to get past him. And he would lock this guy in combat.
Follow my lead.
Now, what I could do if I want to be crazy is I could now give him a Daring Breach and just have him deal with most of this room. How do we feel about giving him a Daring Breach? Oh, that's good to know, Daedra. I'm going to give him a Daring Breach.
We'll rule the stars themselves.
And now we're going to start cutting people to pieces.
I will do my duty.
Okay, and then we're going to move to here. Actually, I'm going to move to here.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I took care of
Okay,
this one.
and then we're going to come down here. I'm going to fight a Plague Bearer.
At your beck and call.
Okay, this thing can take a hit, but that's okay, because we can hit it too. I don't need to sweep it, I'm just going to keep hitting it.
It will be done.
It's now going to wound.
At your beck and call.
And there goes the Plague Bearer. We still have 2 more actions, so we're going to get into combat with this Plague Bearer. Or do we want to kill this guy? Let's kill this guy and then we'll get in combat with the Plague Bearer.
My place is at the fore.
Oh, so it looks like it left behind. Actually, let's have a look at what the Plague Bearers do. So nauseating regeneration, incoming toxic damage restores this creature's wounds, putrid abscesses. Whenever this creature suffers melee damage, erupts with poisonous pus, dealing 8 damage to all adjacent creatures. It has a plague sword, which is just an attack. It has second wind and bile throw, and it's a warp creature. Okay, I'm not too worried about any of those abilities. Stab this guy. Good work, Abelard. And then I want you to finish your turn by coming up to this guy.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Stabbing him. And then you've got a shield bash. And then you've got... Oh, you don't have enough for Reckless Rush, so we'll just get you to brace for impact. And I'll get you to shout at this guy too. And knock him over. Nice. Okay, so this room is basically dealt with. So that is a full-on Plague Bearer. Was this not a Plague Bearer over here? Abelard just dealt with this room. Let's remember that it isn't even Abelard's turn yet. It is still my turn. Now Pascal gets an action. I don't want to set him up in cover or anything yet. I'm just going to get him to shoot this guy. I've got high momentum again. Can I shoot this guy? I can. We missed, unfortunately. Then I'm just going to buff everybody. And I'm not going to use any of his Hunt Down Prey or anything just yet. Alright, back to me. I'm going to use the... Apparently the Medicaid signal will remove the... Hopefully remove the poison. The room is with corrupted plebeians. There's only like 2 demons on the map. Okay. So I thought that there was I thought this was a Plague Bearer as well here. That I thought. But maybe not. Alright, I could give someone a free turn again. I could Finest Hour someone. Like, I could Finest Hour Heinrichs. But I need to clear... at the moment, Pascal and Argenta are blocking my route. But I could give Argenta a free move. And that will mean that she can get out of that area and she can take cover here. Which isn't ideal cover, but it's cover. There's not really anywhere else for her to go. So let's move her to here. Okay, she took a lot of poison damage there from moving through the poison, which I don't like. Alright, now Cassia gets a free move. I'm going to move her out of the poison. There's cover here, which is not in poison.
Deliver us.
Okay. And then back to me. I'm not currently in poison. Morning, Toasted. How's it going? Walking up to Demon Nurgle seems like a really bad idea, but it seems to have worked out. Oh, he's fine. This is the first time I've seen someone using Servo Skull Swarm. Thanks, Dusty. Servo Skull Swarm has been so much fun in this playthrough. And don't forget that they are cold chat. Alright, so that's everything I can really do here. I've got a provocation signal and I've got a relocation. I should get out of the poison gas as well, but there's not really anywhere safe for me to move to. So I think I'm just going to relocate chat into this room as sort of as close to my allies as possible. Oh god, it took damage from the poison as well. I mean, yeah, there's not really anywhere for me to go. Aside from slicing my toe last time. Is your toe doing better? So I'm going to end my turn there.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Poor Abelard. So he's going to deal with that room on his own. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, they've all got lots of poison grenades. Cassia's up next. I would like to get her out of the poison, but I don't want her to die moving out of it.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Okay, good. She's out of the poison. She is currently poisoned, though. I'm going to give her a... where's her dodge bonus? I'm going to give her a Glimpse of Fate so she's not as easy to hit.
To being ordered around.
That's good, Toasted. I'm glad to hear that. Then I'm going to Lidless Stare this guy here. Oh, wait. Do I have multiple hits if I do a Immolate the Soul? No, I don't. So I'm going to Lidless Stare... Oh, actually, do I have anyone...
Me?
Now that's how we do stuff. We're going to do that again. I'm just going to explode all of these people's minds.
Now you're clad in scarlet.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Wooden Plank? I don't know. I'm level 25, actually. Is a low... Okay, so I've got this at the lowest level it can spawn at. That's amazing. Now, I could Finest Hour someone as well. For instance, I could Finest Hour Argenta. She's in a little bit of a bad place right now, but if I got her out of there, she could probably shoot some more people. I think I'm going to hold on to my high momentum for the moment. Okay, now it's Abelard's actual turn. Unfortunately, I think he's too... No, he's not too close. He's going to charge the Plague Bearer, and then he's going to hit the Plague Bearer. And the Plague Bearer is dead. Yes, that is a good reminder. It's horrible. I make sure you haven't lost anyone to the high tier poison yet. I'm just having a great time. Alright, that's all I can do with Abelard. Oh no, Abelard can move after attacking, can't he? This guy here,
A tactically sound approach.
we're going to get him with, I've got
I
Wildfire.
will do my duty.
So we're going to whack him with our axe. Okay, that is everybody in this room now dead. So Abelard can now come and rejoin the party up
Tried
here.
and tested tactics are the best ways.
They've nerfed it, like, really. And then I'm just going to get him to endure
Victory is imminent.
to finish his turn. Which I think clears the poison from him. Is that what endure does for him? Yeah, endure does clear poison, so he's no longer poisoned.
Follow my lead.
How good is Abelard? Best character in the party. Okay, Heinrichs is up. This is going to be over before Heinrichs gets activated. Can I get Heinrichs out of the poison? Yeah, I can. So where can I put him? No, I can't get him out of the poison. No matter where I put him, he will be in poison. Do I just get him to move through the poison then so he's out of it next turn? He's probably going to faint if I do that.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
Okay, we're going to just biomancy
I
him.
won't object to it.
Then we're going to set him on
But
fire.
of course, Lord Count.
Then we're going to make it permanent.
Naturally.
Then we're going to endure to clear the toxin. And then we're going to brace for impact. He might die. I'm not really worried if he
For
does.
the throne's glory.
Oh, I just worded the Emperor, that's right. And then I could Daring Breach him. And we could run and fight some people. But I don't think I want to do that this turn. Okay, Pascal now gets his first turn. Again, I need to find somewhere that isn't poisoned for Pascal. Which really just leaves me with this barrel. But the chance of this barrel being shot are very high. I think I just move him to here. Get him out of the toxin. There's so much toxin. I don't think there's anyone he can shoot from here. I don't think he's got line of sight on anybody. No, he doesn't. So I'm just going to end his turn there. We worry about him exploding and replacing the Bring of Change or some shit. Nah, he's fine.
Emperor, protect the fallen.
He just threw that at chat.
Death to non-believers.
Oh, I didn't see that guy. Oh well. Abelard can deal with him.
Blessed Emperor.
Okay.
Protect your daughter.
Argenta just exploded, so she's dead. And I can't get to help my party because I will end up in the toxin. But we just need to deal with, like, this guy here. And there's only 2 enemies left in this engagement, so I think I just go hard.
We have one down.
Okay, I died. Never mind. Let's held in my gaze this guy.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And then I'll just do that again, and he's dead.
Me? Another foe painted
Okay.
black.
And then I don't think I can get her to bring it down from here, so I'll just end her turn. And then Abelard can stab this guy. And that should be the end of the combat encounter.
Your aegis, O Emperor.
And everyone just dies to poison damage. Okay. So we took a lot of poison damage there, but that's alright. That was fun. I had a good time there. Is there anything I can do in this compartment? There's a lot of, like, there's valves and stuff. Oh wait, this is the compartment from earlier in the game. I recognize this compartment, yeah. Okay.
My ears are ringing.
Let's just get out of here. We're not gonna hang around.
To be made.
Wait, where's the exit? The exit's over here. That was fun. I had a good time there. Alright, what do we got? There's a whole bunch of chainswords and shotguns and then toxin grenades. So we'll take the toxin grenades, we'll leave everything else. Alright, we've arrived in Narmer 4. Let's visit. You left on the map to move your camera or right click to engage pathfinding. Pathfinding sounds useful. Oh, we got some pirates to fight. That'll be fun. We'll do that last. Let's see what else is going on in system. Well, Abelard has... I don't know what's happened to Abelard, but over the last stream, he has become an absolute monster. He soloed most of that map himself before he took his first turn. Okay, there's phlogiston here. How much phlogiston do I already have coming in? I have 5 from one source of 4, and Colony takes... and Yanis takes 2. How much is here? Wait, 3 phlogiston. So I toasted. I've been letting chat vote for the options when it comes up, and most of the time they've gone Iconoclast. We have picked up a little bit of Dogmatic. Phlogiston is infinitely useful. Right, let's get the Phlogiston then. And then we've got an event here. The ship's augurs have detected a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable, and would likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle. So I can do a 55% athletics check. I like those numbers. I play XCOM. Athletics check succeeded. The cruiser made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns. So we now have the option to harvest plasteel from this planet. And it is 5 plasteel, which is a lot. Do I want 5 plasteel for 1 extractium? I am quite low on extractiums, and I have a 7 income of plasteel. I don't think I need another 5 right now. I'm more interested in getting some of the more rarer resources. Alright, let's move on to this world here. We can always come back if we need it later. Ooh, this looks like a nice place to live. Okay, we've got provisions. I currently have a provisions income of, what? 18. So I don't think I need to worry about provisions right now. There is also just an item we have found. Oh, we've been looking for this. The ancient archaeotech fragment. Yes. Hey, Benzema. I'm doing great. I hope other people do. It's people floating in Antiman they always run out of. Yeah, we definitely want this. A surviving piece of archaeotech magazine for an unknown purpose. Discovered in the wreckage of an ancient imperial vessel on one of the planets in Alpha. We've already found one of the pieces of this. Yeah, we found one piece here. So we need maybe 2 more. Kevin Costner planet. Yeah, it's Waterworld. Oh, what a movie. Okay, let's fight these pirates. There's also a planet here the pirates are protecting. Oh, actually, before we fight the pirates, just because I'm not stupid, we're going to save the game in case I do something really, really dumb. Because that could go badly. By the way, we really need to find a heavy bolter for... Your ship's going to buy the game last year's Skulls event. Oh, Ben Zaman, I'm really happy to know that you are happy with the purchase. I hope you're having a great time and enjoying the game. I'm definitely really enjoying this game a lot. It really just ticks so many boxes for me. I love the ridiculous bureaucracy. I love that we're actually doing a lot of political stuff as well as just being an overpowered party of people. And I think it really hits the fantasy of the Rogue Trader where you're just stupidly powerful. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Viper, Cobra. Okay, we're up against 3 destroyers, so this shouldn't be too hard for us. Them getting to go before we started is a bit annoying. I found an ancient chapel. I'm not sure if it's the ancient chapel. Already had 12 hours, nice. Okay, this is a little bit unfair because we haven't... This fight has just started and we're nearly dead. We rolled really badly on initiative here. Okay. First things first, we're going to launch fighters.
Keep up.
With the purple beacon? I think we have done that. And we got everything from that. I got the achievement for getting everything from it. But maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. Alright, let's have a think about what we're going to do here. We've got these 2 guys behind us. I don't really like that. And then this guy in front of us. Heavy bolters in church shop. Touch of generous after this. Okay. What's the Heartless? Did he not restore it for... Where's the Heartless? No. I gave the Heartless for profit for supplies. That was the option we ended up picking. Alright, so I've got my dorsal, I've got my prow. I could double hit... I could probably take out this destroyer this turn. If I were to lance it, then come up alongside it somewhere like here and hit it with my my macro battery. I could also, from right where I am right now, hit one of these guys with my macro and my dorsal, but not my prow. Let's think. I think I'm going to just try and focus fire this guy down right now. We'll do as much damage as we can before we move. And see how much we end up doing.
Fire at will.
Although I just realized we're going to be hitting different parts of him. What I really want to do maybe is get to here and use my... I want my side weapons to kind of hit him in the front. So I probably want to do it... from here actually. That'll probably should hit his front. From there to multiplayer like Iron Spindle. That would be really cool if they did. So let's fly to here.
Take us in.
And then hit him in the front with our battery.
Make every shot count.
And then we'll hit him again.
Salvo.
Okay. I don't have Warp Storm yet. It's got a cooldown going. So then I think I want to end up behind him so his torpedoes can't really hit us. The side dual hit will flash. That's good to know. I do also need to remember that I have Shield Pulse. And I should be using Shield Pulse all the time. Let's move to here with the ship. I am going to recharge the shields as well. And then... I don't think I want to warp weave any of these guys yet, but I think what I want to do is I'm going to shadow jump behind him. So we're well behind him. And then I might also... I don't think I want to strafe this turn. There's no way any of them can really get to us this turn because we're behind them. And we've got our fighters going next. So let's end the turn. And our interceptors will go next. I'm going to get our interceptors in on the side of this guy. And then we're just going to blast into his side. So I want you to fire here. And that's that ship running away. Excellent. Okay, end the turn. This is what I also like about this game, is we actually get some space combat in it, which is fun. Okay, our shields are back up. We still don't have... Why is what's taking so long to cool down? Unavailable. Okay, we're going to launch some more fighters, that's for sure. We might not launch them straight away, though. I think I want to do a swing run this turn and come up behind these guys. Or do I want to just do a wide turn and come in on their sides? So this will increase my movement by quite a lot. I think I'm going to do a new heading. And then I'm going to come around this way. Before I do that, though, can I hit this guy? I think I might just... There's no point. I'm going to take him out with the interceptor. So let's fly around to here. I've got nobody I can hit this turn. So let's launch another round of interceptors. Those aren't torpedoes, just FYI, whoever gave that order. I'm going to try and kill this guy with a warp wave. Nice. That was a brilliant outcome from that. Now, there's nobody I can shoot this turn, unfortunately. So let's end our turn. My interceptors, if I bring you to there, won't have range. If I bring you to there, won't have range. So I'm actually going to get my interceptors to reload, to come back towards the ship, so they're all engaging together. So I used it in my last combat plank, and it started fully charged, which is why I was wondering why it wasn't charged this fight. It was very, very important in our last fight, where we absolutely smashed some people. Okay, I'm just going to... You guys need to jump forward, so I'm going to jump you to here. Shield should hold. Took a little bit of damage. More than I really wanted to take there. This guy's not going to be in range, though. Shooting at my fighters. And he missed. Got one hit on them. Okay. Alright, we can definitely do a lot of damage to this guy. I can't get him with this gun. I get him with the dorsal, and I can probably get him with starboard as well. He charges between fights. He charges one combat, use the next. Got it. Cool. Alright. We could shallow jump next to him and then do our full move after we've hit him with the... with the dorsal star breaker, and then I can hit him with the starboard batteries. I think that's what I want to do. So let's hit him with the dorsal. Actually, we could also strafe over, hit him with the lance, hit him with the dorsal battery, then jump. So if I'm here, if I'm over by 2, I actually need to go over by 1, I think. But if I jump to here, I've then got him with both of these guns.
With the force of a supernova.
And then we hit him with this.
Launch battery. Volley.
Okay, they're already jumping out. So now we can focus on this guy here. And we can clean him up with our fighters. This is the only active combatant left in the fight. So if I jump to here, that gets me shots on him with my starboard weapon.
Macro cannon. Open fire.
Okay, they are now jumping out as well. But I can just come around like this. And I unfortunately can't get him with my port weapon, but I can at least get behind him. So I don't need to worry about him shooting at me.
Prepare for acceleration.
And then we'll just get our fighters to finish them off. So this interceptor here will jump to here. Oh, I could have done a swing run, yeah. But it doesn't matter. We've already won the fight. He's dead. And then you guys need to come around to here. And you should be able to kill him. And that's mission complete.
Technological superiority was obvious.
Nice work. Scary start, easy fight. Alright, let's just make sure the ship is fixed. And let's just make sure we don't have any level ups we need to apply to development posts. No development up. And I think all of our posts are good as well. We can't level up swing run. We can't level up torpedo control. We can't upgrade shield pulse yet because I keep forgetting to use it. New heading is already upgraded. Imperium, yeah, nothing else can be upgraded yet. That's fine. Alright, and then we can check this planet out that they were guarding. Nothing. Okay, that's all good. Let's get on to the next system. We've got two. We're getting close to 2 systems with quests on them. Let's chart new routes. Cool. Let's head to Odenthius 9 first, because there's a small chance we could get back towards Neos Carotis from there, and that would mean we could pick up all of these systems. Now this is an... What is this? This is a dangerous route. I want to make it an unsafe route. And then we're going to travel. A permission to report. Your proctor has arrested my voidsman and is demanding his execution. A repeat offender says, please do something, Lord Captain. Who is the voidsman? He's one of mine, not as big of a lead as the rest of the idlers. He understands the control systems. Hey, Seasand, you haven't missed too much. We've mostly been dealing with bureaucracy. We fought some demons. Abelard killed everything. We dealt with the Adeptus Administratum for a while, and now we're just exploring space. We fought some pirates. Anyway, since the readouts, him, a repeat offender. Bring the detained man to me. Solomon may execute demons necessary, but not at the end of this. Bring them down to me. I'll interrogate him. Consider it done. What's going on here? If my helmsman is asking for my help, then I'll listen to him. I feel like he's worth the he's worth my time, as long as he doesn't waste it. Lord Captain, I beg you to look into this outrage. The cyber horror nearly chewed up my assistants, and one of them has been left with 2 of his fingers. Okay, this is not what I heard at all. Okay, because right, the dog is getting in the way. So remember how I said you could soft lock yourself if you burn all your navigator site? There's several cluster systems that are completely inaccessible with charting routes to them. That is one of those clusters. Okay, hey Damon, how's it going? I'll need to be careful then. Solomon waits for the end of the Hellmaster's words and Clue turns to him. His crewman is a wanted man, road trader. He's accused of subverting sacred tithe shipments, smuggling, kidnapping the Imperium subjects, and bribing officials. Were we not on your flagship, I would have executed the heretic on the spot. But here you are the authority and you are the court. Solomon, why are you so certain that this is the man you are seeking? Because I was personally involved in tracking down and purging the shadows of the Abyss crime syndicate to which the perpetrator belongs. The case was in Calixis, on the world of Helveka Prime, but for the arbitrators, time and distance do not mitigate guilt. The man before you is a former captain of a smuggling ship owned by the syndicate. Check the heretic's left arm. Every syndicate member had a distinctive implant by which they recognized each other. It was that implant signature the Glacier picked up on Trigger's patrols. How did a criminal from Calixis find his way onto my ship? He was among the servants sent to you by Governor Medina. Ravor, do you know about this? If I went sticking my beak into the paths of every one of the hundreds of people in the crew, I wouldn't have time to steer your ship. All I know is that when everything went to grok shit on Rykard Minoris, this one oversaw the work on the docks so that the fools didn't trample each other to death in their panic. And later, he ran into a friend on the port of Footfall, and they found us some parts within a day. He's even got arms growing out of the right places. He might make it to junior helmsman if he keeps it up. Accused, do you have anything to say? The long-haired voiceman flinches when you address him. Your ladyship. The governor of Helka Prime was a scumbag who abhorred the light of the God Emperor. The things he did to the people under him. We only survived by stealing from him, or else we would have ended up at a corpse pit, like 1 in 4 did after a distribution station accident. But once I got out of there, that was it. I was out of the business for good. And when I found myself in your service, I realized that it was a gift of fate, and I'd be a fool if I didn't repay such good fortune with my wholehearted toil. Oh, great. So Solomon is obviously going to be annoyed if I don't kill this guy. But he seems to be a decent member of the crew now, and I don't really care about people's past as long as they're not heretics. And he seems to be working pretty hard. And if Ravor is speaking for him, my helmsman seems to be pretty chill, like unflappable under pressure. So I don't really want to kill this guy. I wait your orders, Road Trader. The master helmet shoots a look of naked dislike at Solomon. Ravor, this talented voiceman is your responsibility. Should you commit any misdeeds henceforth, you will have to answer for them. Or, I do not trust this man to remain in the Master Helmsman crew, and I cannot allow such talent to go to waste. Hand him over to the factotum, he will find a use for him. Okay, so I've got this option here, which gets me capable hands. Repairing the void ship requires 15% less scrap. Damn, that is good. Or, I will get +1 profit factor. No, I want the scrap. Yes, Lord Captain. Raven's scrotal grimace momentarily dissipates. Then this case is closed. With your permission, I will return to my duties. I guess the thing about Solomon is if I say the guy's innocent, then he'll take that because I'm a rogue trader. So at least even if he's annoyed, he won't argue the point, which is quite nice. All right, we're at Adanthus 9. Jacob wanted to vote. I should have done a vote there. You're right. I've silenced you. Okay, this is another attempt to save some Aldari survivors. What's about they're all dead as well? That seems to be a recurring thing here. Here, have some High Fleet PTSD.
Thermal signature detected.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Lord Captain, Jakari ships are patrolling the system. The likelihood of 3 passive patrols unnoticed is close to 0. Alright. A lot of Jakari patrols. We probably don't want to fight them all, because fighting Eldar sucks. Where are we right now? We're here. The patrols are not moving. I can actually hit... Looks like I can hit all the planets. Oh no, I might not be able to. Yeah, okay. You fail to get past the enemy ships unnoticed. Use Jakari ships attacks at once. Get ready, as the others will soon join it. The ship's crew is up to the challenge. Let's see if we can get through this fight. I'm going to feel this is going to be really nasty, because Jakari ships are... Ugh. Those hollow fields they have.
Enemy contact!
Alert.
All hands.
The Jakari have
Ready
blocked
to
some of your
unleash
flagship
our
posts
fury.
using an unknown Xenos power. Your crew will be control these posts in several rounds. Not unknown Xenos powers. Okay, this guy's just running straight at us. Why does... Because they've got hollow shields. I'll show you the hollow shields when we get control. Okay, so this ship here has no hollow shields right now, okay? It's easy to hit. But it has this ability called Obsidian Shadow Field. Enemies suffer a minus 25% penalty to hit chance when attacking from within a 2-cell range, and a 75% penalty to hit chance when attacking from outside that range. The field is removed upon fire and has a chance to be re-engaged the ship's turn or response to any fire that causes hull damage. So every time you hit it, this thing can turn back on. And if you're more than 2 cells away, which we are right now, it has a 75% chance to miss. We're going to try and hit this guy, though, because he's right next to us, and I've got him in my port bow with my port battery. So we're gonna whack him with that if we can.
Make every shot count.
See? We missed. Even though we're, like, in range. I'm going to hit him with my dorsal weapon as well. Okay, that did some damage, but it reactivated his shadow field. So just like that, he can now get through us. Now, the question is, do I blast through these guys? And then shadow jump behind them? Because they're all coming straight for me, and it takes a while for ships to turn around in this game mode. I could also try and blast it with my lance. I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to get a hit.
Lance batteries. Falling.
Oh, I actually did, wow. Because what I could do now is I could come to here, and I could hit him with my macro battery from within 2... Actually, if I go here, I'm definitely... No, if I'm here, I'm within 2 cells. And then I could warp jump further forward. So we'll come to here, and then we'll hit him with this battery.
Salvo.
We've got 1 hit. We'll try again. This battery's a 2-shotter.
Taste our fury.
Not enough to kill him. Then I'm going to dump some fighters. And then we're going to jump. And that's everything I can do right now. So we'll end the... Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to restart the shields just yet. Okay, our interceptors are up. I'm going to get them to shoot these guys. Probably close enough. Okay, that's one of the destroyers destroyed. One of the destroyers destroyed. And then we'll come around this way. Good work, fighters. This is what I was worried about. So it looks like this is a big fight. We're massively outnumbered right now. There shouldn't be any latency, that's weird. Okay, he was able to turn around, which is crazy. So those are destroyers. I think we've got a frigate. The Daring Void is a frigate, I believe. We did have an actual, like, cruisers in battle with us a little while ago. We're dead. There's no way we can survive this. There's too many enemy ships. This is insane. Their lances have such long range. We're down to half health already. Almost 11 seconds? There should be no latency on this stream. Almost like a long lance, yes, huh? Alright, we'll try and do some damage to this guy.
With the force of a supernova. Macro cannon. Open fire.
You see how it activated his hollow field?
Our fury.
Alright, then I'm gonna do, I think... I could actually, oh, I can't. I was gonna say I got sidestep through him, but I can't. I think I want to dump fighters now.
Keep up the...
And then... I could come around on them from here. Ah. I'm also streaming from Australia, which I wonder how that affects things. So if I come around to here, these guys have got... I think I just need... but the problem is getting distance from them isn't going to get me massively out of danger. I do have new heading, and I also have swing run. Yeah, it's weird how they do it. I'm pretty sure the Daring Void is a frigate. And then there's cruisers and stuff that go bigger than this as well. But actually, these are destroyers. I think we're in a destroyer as well. It's just Eldar ships are small, Damon. I think that's what it is. I think we are actually in a destroyer. And Imperial frigates are this size. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm genuinely not sure if there's any hope in this encounter. I could make... The Imperial move would be to do this, right? And then we could... and just charge them and hit them with the lance. But the thing is, they're going to shoot back. And they've got the range on us anyway. I wonder if I just push it. Round trip time. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I just push it. I think I just push it. We go here.
Engage the engine.
We obviously reprime the shields. And then I'm going to fire on this one.
Fire it.
I can't ram them this turn, unfortunately. I do also don't have a shot here. Run away and then pray for agents to do all the hard work. They don't... yes. And then I'm going to hit this guy with this. Unfortunately, that killed my fighters, but it did kill him. We could just launch more fighters. I'm also going to sidestep this way to put a little bit more enemy distance between me and them. And then we'll end the turn. I didn't mean to kill those fighters. That's annoying. If I fly these guys to here, they'll have a shot. Or I could bring them down here for a shot on this guy. No, don't have a shot on that guy, so we'll attack here. Okay, the interceptors are doing a lot of work here. Jeez, look at the turning circle on those guys. We're about to die.
Thanks for our aid.
Brace for impact.
We're down to 11 HP. Nah, this is GG. And we died. Okay. So, this is us back out in the solar system. So we're not ready to take these Dark Eldar on yet, is what I'm saying. But we could potentially still rescue the Eldar. So this system, this planet here, it looks like all of these planets, if we... Well, there's a couple of ones we might be able to get... Oh. Okay. Did I fly into the circle there? I don't think I did. I'll give it another attempt, but I think we should just jump out of the system, honestly. Show the Dark Eldar will rescue the life pods.
Make them regret ever crossing our path.
The problem is that this opening attack they get on us is really mean. Okay, I can speed their turns up, which is something. All right, so we're gonna start by launching fighters.
Set the void.
And now we're gonna try and hit this guy again. It's exactly the same start as last time. The detection's outside the circles in the system. Okay. I'm not gonna try too hard here, but I am gonna try again. I'm gonna strafe to here so we're really close to this guy. So that he's not getting the bonus if his thing comes back up.
Salvo.
Okay, so that did a lot of damage. Then I'm gonna hit him with the dorsal.
With the force of a supernova.
Didn't manage to kill him. Okay, we'll use the prow weapon on these guys.
Fire at will.
That's a miss. Alright, we can still move though. So I think last time I flew, tried to fly past them, and we took a lot of damage. If I try and fly this one, I'll at least get some distance from this one. And that might be something. I could fly this way and then jump. And we can try and use the interceptors as much as possible to do the work for us. So let's fly to here. I'm then going to use this to try and kill this guy. Okay, that's good. Then I'm going to do a shallow jump. Once the game gets me... Can I not shallow jump now? Don't have enough AP. Okay. That's unfortunate. I am going to reprime the shields as well. Okay, my fighters are going to fly to here and engage this ship. I think the interceptors have to do all the work here. Nice work. That's a lot of damage. If we don't make it this time, I'm just going to leave the system, because this is really, really, really hard. Okay. I can skip their turns. I can make their turns go fast at least. Okay, they're all going to shoot my fighters. Jeez, look how much damage we're taking. Okay, that's our shields reactivated. Let's dump another fighter. We'll dump it here to try and take this guy out. Alright. Actually, I could try and kill him with a warp wave. Not enough to kill him, but we've got our port salvo.
Macro cannon. Open fire.
Okay, he's down. So I could do a... What's the last thing we upgraded? Your shields and armor plating. My armor plating is as upgraded as it could be. I've upgraded it as much as I can afford to. Shields, I haven't found any new shields in ages. We probably need to do some shopping. So I could new heading and come around. I don't have any shots on anyone. I could also strafe over to get shots on this guy. I could strafe to here. And I think that would give me shots. Yeah, it would. So let's hit him. Hit him with the dorsal weapon first.
Salvo.
Which activates the shadow field. We'll try and hit him with the lance next.
With the force of a supernova.
And then we'll hit him with this.
Let them taste our fury.
Okay, unfortunate. Okay, then I've upgraded my armor plating recently after a fight, but not for a long time, really. I may as well come about because there's no point just running.
All hands, prepare for acceleration.
Well, that's everything I can do for the ship this turn. Right, we need to kill as many do as much damage as we can here. So I want you. I can't assume that I'm going to kill this. Let's hit with this. Didn't manage to kill it. That's what I was worried about. So you to here. Finish this destroyer off. Okay, so there's 3 left. We've killed 3, but there's still 3 in the battle. And they're still going for us. Look how fast they are. They still all the ship upgrades. Okay. We'll have a look at what we can do after this.
One more hit,
Jeez.
and we are finished.
Yeah, we're gonna die this turn anyway. This guy's gonna kill us.
We are exposed.
And that's GG. Alright, that's just death. Just super death. We'll have a quick look at what I can afford to buy from the Imperial Navy. But I think we should leave the system for now. So let's jump to the bridge. Let's talk to our cellarman. We are taking a lot of damage. It is a little bit crazy. I think he's over here. Nope, he is... He's here, I think. Yeah, Danrock. Alright, let's buy some stuff. I'd like to order some shipping of goods. Okay, so let's have a look at the Imperial Navy. So we probably need to get our reputation with them up. But you said they're the only ones that will buy Void stuff. So if I sort by, can I name, I guess? Name from A to Z, and then go to the Void section. So I've got Void Elder trophies. We trade them with them. Oh, they only buy Void. Oh, Void, Void, Void. Got a lot of fuel. Any other Void stuff I can sell them first? Yeah, Void Pirate trophies. Okay, we've got a lot of trophies we can sell them, which is good. Okay, we've got a lot of Void Pirate trophies. This is actually going to be quite nice. And no one else will buy these? There's nothing else. Ship components. Let's see what this gets us. Trade. So that gets us up to level 5 with them. So that gets us... Unfortunately, we don't have the profit value to buy any of their good stuff. Even though we've unlocked it, I can only get my hands on the Fortress Pattern Torpedo Tubes and the Repulsor Shield. We're currently using the Glimmer Pattern Void Shield Array. So it provides 80 points of protection for each sector. This amount is doubled against enemy kinetics. So the Repulsor Shield is an upgrade, but the Fortress Pattern Torpedoes are no use to us, really. I mean, we're using Voss Pattern. We can replace those ones. Torpedo ships capable of firing 4 short-burning plasma torpedoes. Why do I want the short-burning ones compared to the ones I already have? What's the Fortis sound less good than the Voss? That one short weapon is kinetic to be halving the damage. Well, I mean that's something already. Let's buy all that's available, and then we can go and upgrade the ship. We have to go back to here. Go more tiles per turn. Good to know. And I can go to here, and we can equip the repulsor shield. So that's our repulsor shield equipped. We could also put these torpedoes on instead of the ones we have. But that's really it. That's like the only changes we can make. We could upgrade the... We've got enough scrap to upgrade the hull again, but then we wouldn't have much scrap left over after that. Yeah, we've got fireproof ceramic plate, by the way. I reckon sending anything you don't plan to use to cargo makes it easier to spot anything new. Yeah, I try to do that, don't I? And the Glimmer's Pattern Shield Array provides 70 points. Yeah, we just got rid of this. And I don't think there's anything else we really want. That's the old array. That's all the starting equipment we had. So the only thing we could really do is we could try upgrading the armor one more level. But it would mean we'd have no scrap left over. I mean, we'd probably get a lot of scrap from these fights. I think, let's do that. So we're at level 6 now. And then we'll save again. I don't know if they're replenishable. We'll have to find out. You know what would be cool at some point in the future there was a 40k game like Nebulous. It would be very cool. You can right-click that and send to cargo. Hang on. So let's have a look. The ceramite plating. Is that what I was clicking on? Yeah, we can send that to cargo. Add to cargo. This plating here. Send to cargo. This shield here. We can send that to cargo. This Mazoa macro cannons. I like the lance better, so we're going to send that to cargo. The Glimmer shield is we can also send to cargo. And then I've got a bunch of guns here, but we've got Voss pattern torpedoes we don't need. Hey Drex, how's it going? That was with the menu, and now you to trade away for rep. Cool. Well, I'll leave the... I don't think we need this Mazoa lance because I've already got one equipped. So let's add that to cargo. Mars pattern battery. Don't need that. You can use a 4-shot battery for this fight. Well, I've already gotten rid of it, unfortunately. Yeah, because these guys both deal 21. These deal 14. We don't want this. Just short-range macro which fires 4 shots, dealing 21. No, I see why you might... Yeah, I see why. Because does that mean all the shots don't re-roll? So I might actually want to use this instead of the Razzia. No, instead of the Stygian, but I'm just going to keep what I've got. Okay. So let's try and creep through the system and not attract attention if we can. Because we're here for this. Your auger picks up a heavily damaged Xenos void ship among the countless rock masses of the asteroid belt, an Alderi vessel beyond a doubt. According to the Von Valencia's archives, about 100 standard years ago, the Imperial Navy set up a barrier in the system against pirates and the enemies of humanity. Countless primed mines are still scattered among the wreckage. The Voxmaster managed to tune the ship's systems to an unconventional frequency, and the bridge suddenly fills with chime-like Xenos voices, drawn out and mournful. They sing in an unknown tongue, but every officer in the bridge can sense that it is a dirge. Answering the call, Yurlik jumps to the cogitators, startling the officers on the bridge with a sudden jolt. In the hope of understanding the Monkey technology and figuring out how to help her kin, the Alderi runs in circles around blinking vid screams, but the mysteries of the machine go to elude the Xeno. Then she turns to Lord Captain, powerless. Yurlik is asking the Lentech to help her find her kin who have found themselves struck in a trap sprung by fate. The Alderi are worn out and weak. Their song is a cry of despair. I'm not Rex, but I feel like it would be pretty chill to do that. Just send our jet into spacesuit to clear out the mines, and that cry is fading. Alright, I think we're going to do the logic test. Logistics officers led by Hastur and Rave are ordered to plot a course to the rescue shuttle from the Dynasty flagship to the Xenoship and back. Prepare a plan for clearing the minefield. Save this as impossible. Yeah, I'm going to just do the logic test. Crazy how this is a small ship. It's roughly 1.2 kilometers long. Yes, you should see how big battleships are in this game, in this universe. Logic test succeeded. Now all the crew can do is hope that the calculations are correct and the veteran officer's experience does not let them down. The rogue trader offers orders to establish communication with the Alderi vessel. The Xenos do not respond to the incoming signals. After several attempts, the frequency is lost and the songs fade away. Crisis of the state. The vessel's hull engines are presumably being damaged in a collision with a small celestial body. However, it's impossible to prove or disprove this hypothesis at such a distance. Xenos' vessels differ too much from those of the Imperium. Okay, so I've done the logic test. So I either clear the machine, clear the things, or I send a shuttle. I think we're going to send the shuttle. The shuttle enters the asteroid field, the pilot produces caution, and covered in chunks of rocks and nearly imperceptible mines. However, when the shuttle reaches the Xenoship, the rescue team's report catches the bridge crew off guard. The vessel's starboard side has been breached by macromans of an Imperial void ship. There are no survivors. Shielding her eyes, unit closes and clutches the spirit stone in her breast. Coming to, the Alderi does not speak for a time. With no sadness of voice, carefully picking her words, she concedes the Alliance did all they could to save her kin, and yet is the Monkey here responsible for the loss of Alderi void ship. Saddened by the pain and hatred that humans have run her kind, she quietly leaves the bridge. We got ourselves exquisite waveborne fragments and an Alderi chainsword. Sometimes it's simply impossible to outrun fate. Okay, so that was unfortunately a no outcome for us. Another bad outcome. I'm going to save the game again. Is it worth trying to get into these planets? Is the question I have. Because a couple of these I could get to without triggering the red zones, potentially. Okay, I think if I go to any of the planets, I'll find the Drukhari. Let's see if I can fight them with these upgrades. If I can't, we're just going to leave the system. I would like to actually explore the system if I can, but I'm not going to like make us fight the same fight more than 3 times.
Hold fast. Our faith will be tested.
Okay. Okay, they're not... Oh, they are still as close. The opening is really annoying. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to... I can't sidestep in this time, but I do have access to this. He's a little bit out of range, but I'm going to hit him with my port battery.
Macro cannon. Open fire.
Okay, and then I'm going to hit him with my dorsal lance.
Lance battery. Volley.
Wait, if anyone's struggling with all the LM stuff these days, look at the Git Copilot subreddit. They swap to pay-as-you-use billing, and it is brutal. Ooh, that does sound like it would not go down particularly well. Okay, let's launch interceptors.
Keep up the...
And then I think I'm going to fly this way and jump out. That's all I can really do. And then maybe I could do a starboard rake on the way by.
Make every shot count.
I still struggle. Good luck. Fair enough. Alright, we've hit them. I've got a second shot on this, actually.
Salvo.
Okay, we got some shots through. Then we're going to move to here.
Engage the engine.
Now I'm going to jump. That's everything I can do this turn. So let's end the turn. These guys I want to shoot at this ship. And I can hear a doggy barking. I'm just going to send her back to bed. Give me 1 second. The Emperor protects. Yeah, we'll give this one more try. If it fails, it fails. We definitely did less damage there, which was good. This is the problem, though. These guys coming in. Like, it's just so many enemies. Whose turn is it? Oh, is this... It was, let me destroy that one. So this guy's going to hit us, obviously. So the missiles do a lot less damage, thanks to the new shield. Where do the Furies launch from on such a small ship? What do you mean by the Furies? Those are just what my people are saying. No, they come out the torpedo tubes, Damon. They're literally being launched out of the torpedo tubes. That's where they come from. That's the cannon. That's why I can't fire torpedoes at the same turn I launch my interceptors, because they're coming out of the torpedo tubes. That is actually the cannon place they come from. Okay, we're definitely tanking the damage a bit better, but we're still getting clowned on. There's just so many of them. And they're so fast. Like, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to repost the shields. So at the end of the next turn, our shields will come back up. The shots right now, I could do a swing run, come straight back at them. We're going to take a lot of damage if we do that, and that's kind of our entire move. Does get me some shots where I have no shots at all right now, though. I think we swing run it.
All hands, prepare for acceleration.
Alright, we swing runned. Let's try and hit this guy with our prow.
Fire at will.
What I'm trying to do is I would really like to kill him, so my interceptors can attack somebody else.
Coordinates set. Lance batteries. Volley.
Unfortunately, we missed. Let's launch another wing of interceptors.
Torpedoes.
And then I'm going to try and get him with a swing. I did get him, but unfortunately killed my interceptors doing it. I forgot that would happen. So that's everything I can really do this turn. End of turn. These interceptors can fly to here and hit this guy. That's good damage. That's really nice damage. Now they're all going to go again and gang up on us. Luckily they're attacking us on the side where we actually have shields still. This guy isn't though.
The vessel's on the brink.
We are right on the brink. This last guy's going to destroy us again. Alright, so we can't win this fight. It's actually impossible. Let me just get the dog. Alright, unless there's something absolutely magical on one of those worlds, we're just gonna have to leave the system. Because we don't have we don't have the capability to win this fight. Which is fine. You know, we've just got a bit too deep into the unknown of space. And it's good that there's some fights that challenge us in this game. So let's just jump. And we'll chart new routes, see what we've got. Okay, the only thing we've got is a jump to Mortis Axius, which is a shame because I really want to head over here. I'm playing on hard. I thought that unfair was boring. I've played the game before on unfair up until the end of the first chapter, where you fight the Chaos Space Marine, and I just felt that fight was a little bit too insane. So I decided when I wanted to stream it that I was going to play it on hard instead. Yeah. So let's jump to Mortis Aseus for now. And we'll come back here another time. Lord Captain, urgent report. We've received an astropathic message from Regent Arinto Aselio. The navigators are concerned about the fate of Cassie, who disappeared from Uric 5. The Regent is requesting an update on her current status, and is also inquired about the possibility of a personal meeting negotiation and to arrange the return of the navigator to her house. The psychomotional coding of the received message betrays acute concern, but it's also something the astropaths fail to put into words. If you excuse my forthrightness, it feel it necessary to tell House Arcelio the truth. Otherwise, a conflict without Navis nobility is possible, which, given the current state of the Crown's expanse, will play into the hands of the Imperium. Yeah, just tell them that she is safe and be honored to meet them. I'll see to it, Lord Captain. This just must transmit your consent. Members of House Arcelio will be waiting for you in Dragonis. Receiving members of Navis nobility is always a delicate matter. Please make sure to discuss the details of this meeting with your Chancellor upon arrival. Okay. The vessel's confessors report discontent among their float during a traditional sermon before departure. Our ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute this to open ventilation. We've had this before, which I'm guessing is why this is here. But this worked perfectly last time. Yeah, cool. And we are now here. Colleague Janice has begun a new stage of development. 3 Prophet Fighter gained. I think... Does that mean they've completed their thing? Let's visit first. Is this where our Forge world is? Lord Captain, we have cross-referenced the key characters of the system with our estimated data. The planet Vebus 6 is located here. The problem is, the Augurs set unusual change in the atmosphere, not unlike the massive release of toxins. It appears that something unfortunate has happened to the planet's underground storage facilities. It is impossible to land safely on the planet just now. Unknown ships are cruising in this system. I can assign somebody easy, Xenos. The armor artillery crews are standing by. Okay, so I need to fight some Xenos by the looks of it. But before we do that, very quickly, that was the wrong button. It's what's the button again? Is it this one? Yeah. Did Janus complete? Yes, it did. Troubling news has arrived from Janus, your ladyship. While digging an irrigation ditch, workers found a Xeno obelisk made of an unknown material. A sword class trio with the same size as a Star Destroyer or the original Battlestar Galactica. There we go. It was delivered, and a sword class frigate is smaller than the ship we are in. It was delivered to laboratorium in such a number of tests, one of which caused a reaction. The obelisk generated low frequency vibration, and the events that followed were catastrophic. A series of anomalies were recorded in episode 2 Majoris region. It's almost like Janus itself is fighting us there. Many logistical chains have been disrupted. The only people who visit Uncontrolled Terra are the wretches fleeing deeper into the region in greater and greater numbers. The observers report strange fires in the sky at night, completely imperceptible to the augurs. In a sword? Okay. The Adeptus Mechanicus recommend we fence off the afflicted area. According to the hypothesis, the economy is... I'm getting the frigates and the escorts mixed up. Because normally when you're playing... like Battlefleet Gothic, it's the next level up of ships you start at, the cruisers or whatever, and I kind of just usually ignore everything smaller than a cruiser. So that's why I don't know my frigates. The enemies in the world's attempt at self-recovery and therefore should be studied, not interrupted. Okay. So I've got methodically eliminate everything in the region, which would get me the Janus Warlord, which is plus 10 fellowship, plus 5 weapon skill, plus 5 ballistic skill. I could send in the scouts and see what they find, which would get us the audacity of Janus torpedo launchers. Torpedo tubes capable of firing 4 Aldari sonic torpedoes with 22 damage warheads. They seem pretty good. Or I could isolate the region and commence research. We must understand what we are dealing with. Which gets me the blessings of the Warp Spider. Whenever the wearer kills an enemy unit or scores a critical hit, they gain plus 2 movement points until the next turn. That's hilarious on Argenta because every attack she makes is a critical hit. So every time she crits with a burst attack, she'll gain 2 movement points. Not that you can do anything with them. Associated with Architect, you'd easily punch down an Imperial battleship. That's a good point, yes. Our ship is so non-canon. I think I want the Elder torpedoes. And I think I'm going to grab them. So let's send in the scouts and see what they find. It'll be done, your ladyship. Agility of Adenus torpedo launchers. Cool. The scouts who ventured in the heart of the afflicted region discovered ancient Xenos creations emerging from the ground. The jungle reacted to the incursion by expanding and swallowed some of the neighboring agri-complexes. Okay, so the Capella biologist has been completed. That also sounds really fun for Abelard. He doesn't crit that much though, but the attacks are good for him, yeah. We got 3 chemicals. Okay, so we can now start our 3rd project, which is going to have to be Monstrous Servants, but we can't start it yet. Oh, we can actually start it. So we can do Monstrous Servants, which will get us the Scorcher, or we could do Forest. We could do Forest Fortresses, which we just need more weapons to pull off. So this would give us the Punisher feature, which is plus 10% dodge against humans, and a toxin-based light exotic weapon, and plus 5 profit factor, plus 3 security, or Monstrous Servants. The inhabitants of Janus are reckless. The Adeptus Mechanicus are ready to run experiments on the serfs that will turn them into obedient, battle-ready genetic deviants. This will get us a replenishing source of Scorcher. The user gains 1 AP and immediately resets cooldowns on all attack and attack abilities. At the start of the next turn, they gain plus 1 stack of Stagger that lasts until the end of combat. So Staggered suffers a minus 20 penalty to weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, and agility. And that lasts until the end of combat. So basically you can pump Scorcher to reset all your cooldowns, but you're kind of useless for the rest of the fight. Could be useful like to just use over and over again one turn. Does get us 5,000 reputation with the Explorators. Or we go for Forest Fortresses, which gives us the Prominent Factor and the Punisher feature. Kind of like both of these. But we need more weapons before we can do Forest Fortresses. We cannot, unfortunately, do Xeno Defenses because we don't have Dark Sages. So we can't get Seeker of the Week. So it's either Forest Fortresses or Monstrous Servants. I think I want to go towards Forest Fortresses. So we'll wait until we get a few more weapons. I could probably do that now, if I'm being completely honest, because I have all of this junk here. So let me just sort them, and we'll get rid of all of the old stuff. So I don't need this old Psychic Staff. I don't need these Long Lasses. I don't need this Staff of House of Celio anymore. I don't need... we'll keep Silent Verdict just in case. I don't need the Diviner Staff. I don't need the Noble Sword. It's massively out... Why is it... Yeah, it's outclassed. You can get weapons from a contract, maybe? Yeah, we'll have a look at that too. That's a good idea. I get rid of these Pyromancer Staff. We don't need the Arc Rifle anymore. We don't need these 2 old Omniscient Axes. I'll keep Soul Siphon. We don't need this Bolt Pistol, because only one person can use it. We don't need this auto pistol for sure. I'm not going to be using this blast pistol. The autocannon just doesn't do enough damage, really, I think, for the weapon. We'll not use it. We'll get rid of the Weber. We'll get rid of this old shotgun. We've got 4 plasma pistols here. We don't need those. There's a flamer pistol here, which we also don't need. Let's have a look. What is our pistols looking at like now? So I come back to Giannis, and I go to projects. Okay, I still need more. I thought we were rogue traders, not rogue scientists. Profit factor is the main motivator. Plus, you need it for ship. Yes, that's why I want to do this. Okay, so I need more weapons. This is not getting me there enough. Do I have a... Where did I find that again? Here. No. Oh, Dragonis has also completed its colony reward, which is nice. We also have a project to do here, but I need more weapons first. What was I going to do? I was going to look for... I think they're in journal, aren't they? Are there any contracts that give me weapons? These are done. Profit factor for Promethium. Provisions for profit factor. Adamantium for chemicals and people. Profit factor for provisions. People for... No. No, there's nothing I can do to get... By the looks of it, to get me weapons here. Yeah, none of these get me weapons. So let's just hold for the moment. Let's explore this system. I'm obviously going to have to kill these Drukhari, but let's check the other planets out first. Hey, good morning. Just consider Michigan. I'm the host of the stream, so I'm going to be behind on the chat. Just want to pop and say, hey, Buster Bubba. It's lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We've mostly just been floating around this stream, exploring, and getting killed by Dark Eldar. So have fun with that as you catch up. But thank you for tuning in. It's really nice to be here. I appreciate it so much. Okay, nothing going on in this lava world. Okay, we got a peculiar settlement here. Equip your new torpedo. Oh my god, Daedra, yes. This planet can barely sustain life, and yet searchers discovered a long-lost Imperial colony, one that was cut off from the rest of the galaxy centuries ago. The colonists live in conditions worse than any underhive, yet still venerate the Emperor and gladly welcome visitors. The Lord Captain receives an invitation from the local ruler, the Archqueen Princeps Domina. Okay. Take over the colony. 1 shot and 2 rifles should be enough. Let's pay the Archqueen a visit. The ruler meets the captain in a shack, considered to be a palace by the people here. The Archqueen's unusual crown is made out of metal coils, mostly parts of an ancient device for boiling water. The guests are served the finest delicacies the colony can provide. The Archqueen praises the visitors in Magad Logothic and calls the Lord Captain her dear sister. At the end of the audience, gifts are presented. The Archqueen Minister delicately remarks that the best possible gift the Lord Captain and her crew could provide would be a replenishment of the colony's meager gene pool. Lord Captain gives orders to canvass lower decks for volunteers. The most ruggedly handsome men among them will be sent to the Archqueen's court along with other gifts. Yes! Yes! Amazing. They gave us some adamantium hilt guards and some contained nephilitic acid. The Archqueen is delighted and flattered. She hopes Lord Captain will pay her more visits in the future. Brilliant. This is what we're here for. Oh wait, there's actually an event or something going back on here. No, it just was showing that I hadn't clicked on that. And we've got some loot here. Just some stuff. Okay, so now we need to take on these Drukhari. So first things first, before I forget, let's equip our extremely rare Eldar torpedoes. And we'll add these to cargo. Alright, now we're going to save the game. Now we're going to try and engage these void ships. Hopefully I can kill these ones, because they're not going to get constant reinforcements, unlike that other system. That was the problem with that. You just ordered death by snoo. No, they were volunteers. It wasn't an order. They volunteered. It was very important in the chat that it was in the option that it was a volunteer. What a terrible fate. Okay, there's an exploding gas cloud here. We want to stay away from that. We're dealing with... Oh god, we're dealing with frigates. 2 enemy frigates, which is actually a lot scarier than what we were dealing with before. Okay. They're also out of range of our big guns, which means they're going to come for us. So I think what I want to do... I didn't say it was bad. What I want to do maybe is just try and kite away from them a little bit. We could finish up here, jump to here. I don't think this guy will be able to get in range of us, and then we can come around on this guy. So let's... Yes, I'm going to unleash the torpedoes. I'm going to fly to here.
Engage the engines.
Then I'm going to fire torpedoes this way.
Keep up the pressure.
So there's the Eldar torpedoes. Then I'm going to finish up. I haven't got a shot on him, have I? No. I'm going to finish up here.
All hands, prepare for acceleration.
I'm going to jump. And I think that's everything I do this turn. Increases the capability of macro cannons. Okay, they took tons of damage for firing at those torpedoes while they were in range of them. That was a lot of damage to that lance. Oh, that's cool. What does that mean, wooden plank? Wait, Ace Combat 0, not Ace Combat 8. And the missiles, yeah. Woof. Holy crap. Nah, we can't fight these guys. There's no hope that we can fight these guys. Let's see what these torpedoes can do. I mean, that was good damage, but not enough damage. We can get them to turn around, though, and take them out of the fight. Okay, let's focus on this guy. We'll try and repump the shields. I've got shots on him at the moment. I can move to here. Well, I think I've got starboard shots on him with the dual macro cannons. Those Dark Elder ships look amazing. Yeah, they make my life a misery, though.
Salvo.
Wow, that was some big crits there.
Fire at will.
Got a little bit of damage. He's very close to actually breaking on us. If I went for, is there any way I could get just even side onto him? If I did a new heading, what? Shield pulse. I did shield pulse. Oh, could shield? I didn't know shield pulse worked again. No, I can't shield pulse. I can't shield pulse Eldar ships because they don't have shields. I'm gonna fly to here, and we're gonna ram him, I think. I can't... yeah, interceptors can finish that. I could also try ramming him. And I could also hit him with my dorsal gun. Or I run. To put as much range between me and this guy as possible. And Xenotech. But it doesn't. I can't use it. Maybe Shield Post needs the upgrade for that. That's probably it, Phaedos. Now they're very fast. Alright, I want to launch interceptors. Wow, calling me a dummy when I don't understand things. Alright, let's... I think I don't want to move forward just one tile, because that puts me too close to this guy. I think I want to move to here, just ram him. But if I ram him underground, I'll be too close to this frigate, unfortunately. I don't survive a turn of fire from this. I think I need to finish my turn here, as far away from it as possible. Or even maybe here. Put him in ramming position. Yes, I know I can hit him with the lance and the shield push. The problem is this ship, not this ship. I'm not worried about this ship. I'm pretty sure my interceptors can kill it. The problem is if I set up here and I lance him, and then I oh, without breaking the ship, you're right. I still got movement. Okay. Okay. We'll move to here.
Engage the engine.
Because we're not going to finish our turn here. Then I'll shield pulse him. Okay, I can shield pulse him. Thank you. So his shields are gone. Then we'll hit him with the Mazoa Lance.
Lance batteries. Volley.
Which doesn't kill him. Then we have to go for the ram.
Boys, men, find your courage.
And then we finish our turn here. And we die.
Coordinates set.
We're now dead. Because this guy will kill us. Our interceptors can't get to him. You could have just flown past. Well, I didn't. He's going to be in lance range no matter what.
We must recover our shields.
We lived
Then
it.
We need repair
We
our
actually
home.
lived it. Okay, we just need to kill this guy now. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit him with a warp weave. Okay, that did some damage to him. Now we just need to get on him. Deploy the whole patches. Seal the blast doors. Hold the ship together with their faith in the Emperor. We live those. Okay, maybe do a swing run. Or do I just do a new heading? How much engine zoom will I have after a swing run? If nothing else, I'll be able to launch interceptors facing it. Alright, let's get interceptors on the deck. Actually, we'll move to... If I move to here, I have a lance shot on it and a dorsal weapon shot on it. If I move to here, I don't have the lance shot. The Emperor does protect. You just have to have faith.
With the force of a supernova.
Another enemy.
Jeez, we should not have won that fight.
The void may be harsh.
It's a level up,
We're
though.
harsher.
But we're harsher. I definitely don't have enough scrap to repair the ship after that, though. that was a close call. Alright, hull is repaired. Amazing. We're going to level up as well so we can develop the ship. So, Arc Augury. The flagship next shot gets 2 extra range. Expeditious reload. Reloads all macro cannons that are fired during the acceleration phase. Okay. Faith did indeed carry us through. Emperor did protect. Focus efforts. Allows the use of both abilities of one set of posts for a turn. Reinforced shields. It shows the sector of the flagship's void shield is reinforced until it suffers damage. The reinforced sector has increased chance of absorbing enemy attacks, loses only half of its strength when absorbing damage. Using this ability to remove any previous reinforcement. Or we can do a vulnerability scan. The flagship's auger scan an enemy ship to highlight its weak points. All damage dealt to a weak point is increased by 30%. Only one weak point can be highlighted at a time. All of these seem reasonable. I'm not sure how Expeditious Reload works. Does that mean we can fire our guns for the first part of movement? Then we move. Then I use Expeditious Reload and we can fire them again? I'm not quite sure when I can use Expeditious Reload. It does sound very, very good if it works like that, though. Getting +2 range is interesting, but not massive. Focused efforts is good. Reinforced. I'm going to get Expeditious Reload and see if it does what I think it does. Then we get another thing. So we get heavy Voidcraft armor. Each attack craft launched from a torpedo tube, and each torpedo gives +1 hull integrity. Improved RAM. Fire them. Yeah. So it does do what I think it does. Awesome. Sounds really good. Onboard ECM. Torpedoes and attack craft gain +60 against evasion against enemy attack craft and +20 evasion against all attacks. Repairing the void ship requires 50% less scrap. Restart shields now inflicts only a 2 speed reduction and no firing range penalty. When approaching an enemy, the flagship shuts down non-essential systems and starts to drift unnoticed past enemy ships. As a result, in most encountered, larger enemies are surprised and act later. When using post abilities, there's a 20% chance its cooldown will be 1 turn shorter. The flagship now collects +10% scrap from destroyed ships. And then the stuff that was in the previous one. I quite like Rugged Repair for 50% less scrap used to repair the ship. That's like a nice one to get now, just so it makes things... if you have a Gente in that slot, you can upgrade it and also reload torpedoes and lances. I do have her in that slot. I'm going to grab Rugged Repair, I think, because that just makes it easier. Wish I had done that before I repaired the ship, but we're at least here now. Let's see what's going on this planet. Swift and merciless retribution is a proper fate for many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using the... Tully. Hang on, I need to sort the dog out. Tully, please don't bark. People are sleeping. You're not going outside again. No, we're going outside. Sorry about that. She wanted me to wrap her up in her blanket. If you fire a 2-shot thing once in acceleration, you fire it for the second time with decelerating, especially when you fire it twice more. Wait, 2 shot, 1 strict acceleration, fire for the second time when deaccelerated for 6 shots on 1 late turn target. Well, that's pretty cool. Please don't bark. As if it's never worked with my dog. She's pretty good. Okay, so it's proper fate for many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using convicts for hard labor on distant prison worlds like Phoebus 6. To atone for their crimes before humankind, hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlifes toil in the mines of the vulnerable protector until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accident claims their forsaken souls. Okay, so we just have a planet here. Alright, let's head down to the surface. I'm noticing that it is getting quite late. And I'm getting near the end of the time that I can stream for. But let's just see how... I don't think this is going to... We'll see how long an area this is. Let's just start to save the game now that we're here. Okay.
Leopold 6 always was a penal world.
Oh, this has been
But
chaosified.
this, even the miscreants of this place do not deserve such a fate.
This man's body is frozen.
Many of them do,
The
but
corpse
not
is
at the
figured. Oh
hands
dear.
of Xenos.
This is a major story point. Okay, in that case, we'll leave this for next video, the next stream. This man clawed his throat out right before he died. The broken, slashing, gutted body is still covered with the shreds of a planetary warden uniform. The caustic ooze gives a sickening vapor and eats away the lining of your nose and mouth, making your eyes water. Okay, so some chaos, horrendous thing has happened at this mine. Enthralled gladiator. Yeah, and we're going to do this next time. Hey, Staggered Lot, I'm also going to sleep. It's just one fight, says Bob Jones. Yeah, we'll start the next stream with it because it's already past 2 hours, which is all I can really devote for this week. You know what? If it's one fight, I'll do the one fight and we'll see. We're going to keep going just for a little bit longer. We'll grab these goods. What's going on here? The bodies have been twisted into a pose resembling a servile bow and bound with barbed wire. Oh dear. Hope you're doing well, stay gridlocked. I say gridlocked. Oh, it's gridlocked. Good to see you. Yeah, awesome. Such a crowd pleaser. You can clearly see several thin cuts left by bladed weapons on the body. I feel like the Dark Elder have been here, is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this has been invaded by Dark Eldar. Also, I forgot to buy a heavy bolter for Argenta. Oh. Fresh meat. Hey, gridlocked. I didn't recognize you with the name there. Oh, yeah, Dark Eldar. Lots of Dark Eldar. Oh, no. They're coming out of the woodwork. The tall, lithe Xenos moves with the grace of an otherworldly predator. The creature gives you a dispassionate glance and casually speaks a few words that are immediately picked up by your eludicator. Mikandis, Aelith, what is this? Has one of the sisters found a using trinket in the ruins and saved it for a special treat for the Archon? Xenos takes a quick look over her shoulder towards a platform where a few more silhouettes in tar-black armor can be seen. Heinrich narrows his eyes and gives the Xenos an appraising look. The Jukari of this breed are known as witches for us. They are experts in bloodletting in the arenas and on the battlefields. However, I am more interested in the ones skulking in the shadows. Judging by their armor, they are high-ranking representatives of a cabal, a military clique of the Dark Elder demands. It seems we have disrupted a vile performance for the distinguished guests. By whose leave are you playing Lord on my world? Neil Xenos will have you flogged. It seems it is I who is in for a treat. I can't even begin to fathom where my subjects found such exotic beasts, and a talking one at that. By whose leave are you playing on my world? Xenos' eyes light up with interest. The Monkai understands my speech. Where did you come by a device that can translate our language? Are you trying to impress me by appearing useful? Such words will earn you a bout in the ring at most, without weapons, and soon, without your skin. Idira spits on the ground. If I'd been one holding the device, she and I would have had words. I'd make sure the stuck-up bitch knew exactly what I think of her. The humans scattered around you on the platform stare as if they've seen a ghost. The eyes of some betray their fear. Others glare with bestial hatred, and yet more look upon you with hope. Witches and Kabbalites willingly working together? I don't know much about Dark Elder lore, except they're awful. Who are you? My name is known to everyone on the planet, Monkey. I am Tazara the Deliverer, Tazara the Benevolent, the one who grants respite from the choking grasp of this world. I decide who lives, who dies, and who finds new purpose for their existence in Komara's many arenas. Surely that is why you have come here, to fight for my ever-changing favor and for the privilege of being the first to be claimed? Yurlet chuckles haughtily. Such grandiose names for a soulless wretch who tortures the breathless and torments the powerless. Your words hint at a nobility you have never possessed. Cousin, what are you doing among this rabble? What an unexpected and tantalizing surprise. I cannot wait to take you in my arms and clasp you tightly to me. Do not waste your breath on your lies. Only the faint visage of the blood connect the Assyrian and the dark ones such as yourself. I'm still the top of the house you're doing, address the fighters in the arena. I'm a rogue trader, the Emperor's anointed, guardian of humanity, and you're doomed, Xeno scum. You ravaged the planet, wiped out millions of people, made those who survived bench your knee. You'll pay for this. A small group of Xenos has neutralized the planet defenses and managed to ruin the entire world. Impressive. How much would it cost to hire you? No, I think I'm gonna go for the I'm assuming the atmospheres you're doing. It could be. Or by my mere presence is enough to make base creatures like yourselves forget how to breathe. Are you really surprised at what happened? You wove the net right under your feet. So there's 3 kinds of to carry: witch cults, cabals, and covens. We managed to knock out the pin and drew that closed tight around you. A couple of voids at the seals on the underground well, and the planet, the one you had turned inside out, did the rest. They do not work together as a rule. I hereby declare you a Category 3 blasphemer for tampering with the sacred production cycle of this world's extractiums. The drill and Pascal's Mechaderite springs to life with a howling screech. Oh, Pulsar Nova
just subscribed and says %message %.
Thank you very much for the subscription, Pulsar Nova. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the flotilla. And your breath and finish what the planet had started. Oh, how they strive to please me and my entourage. How they slaughtered and tortured their own kin for mine and my sister's delight. How they decorated this little arena with still living Monkai. Did you think all that you could see before you is the work of our hands? Think again. You ravaged the planet, wiped out millions of people, made those who survived bend the knee. You will pay for this. Am I not paying for our mischief already? Am I not saving the worthiest among your kin, giving them the right to die for the delight of my brothers and sisters? What kind of abhorrent ingratitude is this? From the dust behind Tazara comes a cry. The distance between you and the Xenos is too great for the elucidate to interpret the words, but the tone speaks of irritation and impatience. Looks like the spectators grew bored when the performers hit a snag. Tell the other monkey that whoever slits your throat will depart for their new home ahead of schedule, and tell them to hold back nothing. Tonight, they dance for Yamiris herself, the great Archon of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest. Death to Xenos, death to heretics. Tell your Mimiris she's not going to like what she's about to see. Requires dogmatic follow, which I do have. Address the fighters in the arena. Dying to entertain Xenos' path to eternal shame and condemnation. Souls touched by the Emperor's undying glory. Let us join our blades. We will destroy those who sought to kill you. Or persuasion. Do you wish to die at the Xenos blades? The reason that's why it did that, Pulsar, because you didn't put anything. The bot that I've built to do that, so I use my own bot for subs. I haven't put in a catch-all for if there's no message, so it just says the name of the variable, which is %message%. I'm going to do the persuasion test. We can end this carnage once and for all. Succeeded. Exhausted and defeated faces trade worried glances. The hulking brute next to you hesitates and spits and breaks into a grin. We're gonna die anyway. May as well do it without the heretics brand. Slay the beasts. Tazara emits a furious scream and takes a step back, signaling to her companions.
No mercy to those who
Okay.
oppose Von Valencius.
No mercy. So I've got all of the gladiators on my side, and I'm fighting... Oh, this music. Okay. I'm fighting against these guys. Right. I do not... It's an ambush, so I don't get to position my party. We just get to start. Start the battle. Okay, I could run Argenta up here, where she will have shots, but she will also be potentially hitting teammates. I could also run her here, where she has a straight shot at these two, but she's going to hit this guy. I could run her here. Same problem. She's going to be hitting teammates. From here, however, she has shots and she's not going to be hitting teammates. Everybody is on my side, right? All of these yellows are not attacking me, from what I understand. They are teammates, in inverted commas. So let's... I think we run up here and we show these witches what happens when you meet a Sister of Battle in combat.
Guided by faith.
She is guided by faith. The Emperor guides her firepower. And that firepower, of course,
As the Emperor
under a furious
commands, I
recital.
act.
And
I'll
rapid
do it.
fire. What have you got for me? 20% chance to hit is not great, but we're going to roll with it.
As the Emperor commands,
One shot got through for an 81 damage crit. Because it did that much damage,
Faith
I'm going to roll a
without deeds is
a
worthless.
running gun, and I'm going to shoot her with one shot. No, I'm just going to open up again. Do I want to rapid fire this again? I don't want to hit it with a single shot. Oh wait, this always hits.
I'll do it.
Kerboom. Alright, she's down. I've got 4 stacks of versatility, so I'm going to trigger Confident
As
Approach.
the Emperor commands, I act.
Alright, that's her turnover. Now it's Cassia. I'm pretty sure that navigators would do pretty messed up things to Eldar. Bolter casing neck always, yeah. Really glad I remember that. I could put her here. I don't know if she'll be able to hit anybody from there, though. Because she hasn't got a ranged weapon, the game doesn't preview... actually, if I switch to her auto gun, I will get previews now. So she can hit these 3 from here. She can hit that guy from here. I think I want to put her here, or do I put her here? I think I put her here.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
So let's switch back to her staff. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Glimpse of Fate Argenta. So she's a little bit harder to hit. And then I'm going to Held in My Glaze the witches who aren't attacking close combat. Very powerful soldier heroic arc to get attacks equal to your weapon's rate of fire. Really? Alright, so they're held in her gaze. They're not moving again. I can also hit them. So they are also not moving again. Let's give Argenta a free attack. I can't, she's not in range. I could hit her with You Serve Me, but that means Frost can't You Serve Me. I'm just going to do it. So we'll hit her with You Serve Me. Which means I should now be able to give her an extra attack. Yep.
If you insist,
okay, from here, my only options are this woman. So I've got enough for a wrap. I've only got enough for a burst attack at 18 or a single shot at 27. With a command. Yeah, it's okay. I know what I'm meaning, even if I get the ability name wrong. It doesn't matter hugely if it's in the chain. So she can't move, so she's taking a sim. This guy's got, what, a shotgun? Oh, nice. Alright, Heinrichs is up next. Heinrichs needs to take a turn to prepare himself. So just movement to cover here. He's going to set himself on fire.
Let's see to it.
He's going to make that fire permanent.
But of course, Lord Captain.
He's going to buff himself.
Let's see to it.
He's going to buff everybody with Word of the Emperor.
I won't object to it.
And then he's going to endure.
Let's see to it.
And that's his whole turn. In fact, he can still move. Let's finish his turn here, where no one should have line of sight on him. Okay, he's ready to go. Now it's me. This seems like a decent... Actually, I'm going to put myself in cover back here, I think.
Let's make some opportunities.
And then we'll move chat somewhere where I can get as many people as possible, which I think is about here. It's getting crazy? Cool. Cool. So now I'm getting most people with this. I'm not getting Argenta, but I will get Pascal. I might actually count as getting Argenta. It might actually count as getting everybody. So I'm going to hit it up with You Serve Me.
I'll see to it personally.
Then I'm going to hit up with Voice of Command.
I'll make it happen.
Then I'm going to drop a Word of Authority.
If not me.
Alright, and then I'm going to go for an extra attack. I can't get a free attack on Argenta, but I could give a free move to Heinrichs, although we won't get an attack out of that. Let's give a free move to Pascal to get Pascal into some cover. I want to move Pascal into heavy cover next to me, I think.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Okay, and then that gives Abelard a free move as well. And I'll just move Abelard. He doesn't need combat. Maybe to get Buffalard again. Yes, that's a good idea.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
I can give a few people an attack. I just want to move some people around first. Alright, I'm going to give Cassie a free attack. And then she is going to... Lilith Stare isn't a great pick here because there's too many allies in range. And I don't have... Like, there's not a good shot for her... Actually, she can melt this guy's face, but I can probably just do that with this. And it's only use 1 AP, yeah.
Isn't this a job for try to die with grace at least?
So he's out, and we've got high momentum, which is hilarious. Let's give... Could I give Heinrichs a finest hour? No, I want to give Heinrichs a breach and clear. Let's just melt this person.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, and then I'm going to give a glimpse of fate to Heinrichs.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
And that's her free turn. You're not playing guard commander. Yeah, I'm not playing a so I'm thinking about doing a daring breach with. It does say high momentum. What did you think it said? I can't charge straight across here, can I? Oh, this is Abelard's free attack, is what I've got here. It's a free attack. Let's just charge to here. Oh, it's going to have to charge through somebody, which means he'll kill him. I'll just get him to charge to here. That's him just moved a little bit. I could also activate Reckless Rush, which will give us 7 movement points and get him to move to here.
A tactically sound approach.
Something in Latin. Now, what I could do is I could activate Daring Breach and start cutting my way through these witches, which I think we're going to do. So let's Daring Breach.
No matter the cost.
And then we'll move to here. And we'll do a sweep.
A soldier would have been
Nice.
disciplined for such a
He's at
performance.
9 stacks of versatility already. We'll just kill this person.
Indeed. One fewer target.
Charge Lord is a one-man, yeah. I'm bored of this farce, Azar. Who rules this arena? You or the monkey? Archon, Yamiris. Alright, Draco and Mazzari, you know the danger of repeating this misunderstanding. Draw your own conclusions. Your word is our command, Archonius. Oh, they're leaving. They got so bored they left. Alright, Charballard currently has 19 movement points and 2 AP left. So let's move him up to here.
Tried and tested tactics.
And we can stab this girl.
It will be done.
Almost killed her. Yeah. Aren't Archons like the big bosses? Oh my god, can I think we're going to finish them off in one turn here.
At your beck and call. An exemplary
And then we'll use... I don't have enough for Reckless Strike, unfortunately. There's only one enemy left. It's back to me. I can't give Abelard an extra turn from here. But I could give Heinrich an extra turn, so why not? No, I'm not going to. 300 move. Nice. Nice work, gladiators. I'm so glad I convinced you to join my team.
Out of my way.
She dodged at that crit. Oh, look, it's Abelard's turn.
I will do my duty.
Shield bash for the win. Oh, she fell over. He managed to knock her over. We'll just Reckless Strike to finish her.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
I thought Reckless Strike would get me. Oh no, it's not Reckless Strike I want to use. It's Wildfire. Whoops.
It will be done.
Yeah.
At your beck and call. One, you are target.
The surviving fighters turn their heads towards you one after the other. All eyes on the battlefield are glued to you. Okay. Chat, we haven't had many votes this stream, so I'm going to get you to vote on this option. However, I'm going to not let you vote on option 4 because I don't want to do another fight against these guys. It's going to be so boring. Option 1, Iconoclast. Those who fought with me get to the shuttle. As soon as you're away from here, I'll give orders for immediate evacuation of the remaining survivors. Option 2, Dogmatic. By destroying those files, Xenos, you have atoned for your transgressions against the Emperor. Get to the shuttle. The rest of you will be subject to selective punitive servitorization, so you may further toil for the good of the Imperium. Option 3, stay on the planet with everyone else and wait until I decide what to do with you. I don't have time for this right now. I'm going to let you pick. I know what option I would pick, but I'm going to let you pick. I want to giving you 3 options. I'm not giving you option 4. All right, I'm gonna be a tyrant here, and I'm not letting you pick option 4. You've got options 1, 2, or 3, and the vote has started now. So if you already voted, you need to vote again. And Tavian, both of your votes don't count. What are you doing, Tavian? You as a mod may actually be able to start another vote, so be careful. Wait, he did! What have you done? How did you make it? He did do it! You actually did do it. You overwrote my vote with a new vote with 4 options. I can't believe you did that. Thank you everybody for voting, by the way. Most of the votes are for the dogmatic option, which is vote option 2. David just coming in with the option 4. That's so funny. I didn't know my mods could actually do that, but I think I did set it. So I can actually you guys to do the votes in the future rather than me doing them. Oh, that was a great one. That was really good. Well done. Well done for subverting my vote. Okay, I think it's pretty clear that dogmatic options makes up the time you kicked me to the tip. Yes. Well, we won't talk about that. I didn't just kick you, I actually banned you from the channel and stripped you of your mod privileges. The rules powers that are among us really sus. Yes. It's because Tavian's a mod. Alright, option dogmatic. Objects discovered. Trophies. We got Mechanicus creations. Cool. Alright, I guess there's stuff to investigate here? The man died clutching the intestines. Ugh. Remember the Necron DLC comes out next Wednesday? Yes, I'm excited for that. Very, very excited for that. I wonder if we'll be able to, we should be able to... Ooh, this is actually really nice armor. We should be able to include that in our campaign if we're lucky. Alright, there's all this stuff back here, but I guess we want to get... I guess you want to head up this way? No, we can't head up this way. What does this say? They're gone. Thrown as my witness, we'll find those blasphemous wretches and make them pay for everything that happened here. It should seamlessly fit in. That's the hope. That is the hope. Just some stuff to collect. So I can't... Do I just leave now? What do I do?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Am I just leaving? Is that how this section ends? It feels like it is. I'm obviously going to loot the Dark Eldar, but I think they're just going to have Dark Eldar weapons and stuff. Yeah, we've got Poison Hecatari Blades, Witch Armor, and blast pistols, which none of which I can't use any of it, so I'll just collect all. That might be enough weapons for the thing though. Harder space battles, the DLC. It should seamlessly fit. How do people know this? How do you know that there's harder space battles in the DLC? Do we just leave now? I'm a little bit confused as to what we're supposed to do. I think we just leave.
I always have a backup plan.
We've kind of just unlocked the Dark Eldar, right? I'll save and then Jake can use all of that. Yeah, but guess who I don't want to use blast pistols. I went for my heresy run, so I can use DLC to make a Necron Tech Pascal inspired by the Necronicus. I've tried to avoid the details on the DLC just to like be safe, but the plan is to we're going to new planet. We know they're harder space battles DLC because Alcat told us there will be. Gotcha. Okay, so we can do a project on this world now. We can do punishment of the thinkers. Various 60s youth convicts, various dangerous literates, and idle thinkers could supplement the workforce, which will get us complacency and a mention of chemicals, and we get the enemy of knowledge feature, which gives us plus 5% damage against psychos and navigators. Cool. But we can also get a punishment of the outsiders, but we need 2 weapons for that, which gets us Imperial Navy reputation, which is actually really nice. Or we can get punishment by calculation, which we need more profit factor for, but gets us Fellowship of the Void. So I'm not going to do anything here just yet. We'll hold on this for the moment. We have a new planet. And I think this is a pretty good point for us to end the stream. I've done quite a lot tonight. We did get stuck a little bit fighting those Drukhari, but, you know, we've absolutely destroyed them on ground, which I think is pretty good. And it is quite late, and I have a video. For those of you who want more Fros, there is a video coming out in an hour and a half, okay? So you're not going to miss out on my dulcet tones for too much longer. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's been a fun stream. I really enjoy all of your company and chatting away. It's always really, really lovely. Just a reminder, I will be streaming Mechanicus 2 Friday night. I'll be streaming Overlord Saturday night. I've got a public holiday on Monday, so I may do a surprise bonus stream, just because we've got the time for it. I don't know what I will stream, but I've got extra time, so yeah, we'll see. And then I've got Xenonauts 2 on Monday night, and then I've got this again next week. So there's plenty to tune into if you're interested. Thank you all for the support. I'll just reiterate that we hit 19,000 subscribers on YouTube this week, which is insane. We're pushing towards 20 really, really quick, which is crazy as well. So hopefully we can hit 20 sometime soon and we have a big celebration. Until then, have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Ciao for now. Bye.